It is time for the men's NCAA Final Four. Illinois and UConn will kick us off in Indianapolis for the right to play for the national championship on Monday evening. Will be followed up with Arizona and Michigan later on today. But Dan Hurley versus Brad Underwood, two programs that have been dominant over the last decade. The Huskies have been flourishing over the last 2 to 3 seasons, winning the national championship in both 2023 and 2024. After a historic comeback in the Elite Eight to take down the number 1 overall seed Duke Blue Devils, thanks to the heroic shot from true freshman Braylon Mullins, the Huskies in their third Final Four in the last 4 seasons and look to get back to the mountaintop this weekend. But they're playing an Illinois team who has just taken care of business every single round, dominating the University of Penn in the round of 64, dominating VCU in the round of 32, dominating Houston in the Sweet 16, and pulling away late in the Elite Eight against their Big Ten rival, Iowa Hawkeyes. It's going to be a fun one. You've got star power, Terrace Reed, Keaton Wagler, Silas Demery, Andrei Stojakovic. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight, folks, and I hope you guys are excited to spend the entire evening with yours truly, Nic Rohloff, and our guy, Jeffrey Cooperstein.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to producer Coop. How are you doing? How is everybody in the chat? Shout out your city for me down in the comment section. We're about 14 minutes away from getting tipped off in Indianapolis. You can watch it on TBS, Iron Eagle, Grant Hill, Bill Raftery on the call, or you could hang out with me and producer Coop. I think both are pretty tremendous options.
If this day doesn't hype you up, I don't know what does. You get two absolutely mammoth matchups in these two games, both of which have their pluses as to why they're such good matchups. Just a heavyweight fight between Arizona and Michigan in the second game, and then this one, you have Hurley going for their third natty in 4 years. Brad Underwood leading Illinois to their first Final Four in a while. Man, it's exciting.
I can't be more excited. And we'll talk each individual team and how they need to win this game. And look, and people mostly forget. I don't think a lot of people have talked about this, Coop, throughout the week. And we'll give some shout outs here in a second. So get down in the comment section. These two teams, UConn and Illinois, they matched up, Coop, earlier on this year in the regular season. Although it was back early on in the year, November 28th, it was a neutral site game in Madison Square Garden, but many people refer to that as Stores North. Stores North, right?
South.
Stores South.
Yeah.
Stores South.
South, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm a directionally challenged human being. They refer to it as Stores South because they travel so well. UConn beat Illinois on a neutral court earlier on this season, 74-61. Will they be able to do the same? I don't know, but we do know how these two teams could match up. Much different teams from there to now, though. I think we can all admit that. Shout out to Elliot Got Swag. Shout out to Ty Man, the Buckeye in the building, watching from Ohio. We got Arnold saying, let's go, Illini. Arnold, a Illinois graduate. Shout out to Arnold, who is fired up. Shout out your city for me down in the comment section as we wait to get this one tipped off in about 12 minutes. Illinois is favored in this game, which surprises me a little bit. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be surprised. They've been playing better on KenPom. They're the 4th best team over the last 2 months, only trailing Michigan, Arizona, and Duke. I know UConn just beat them last weekend, but it did take a miracle, basically, to get that win. So I could see both sides of the equation on why you'd have UConn favored, why you'd have Illinois favored. I think the same thing could be said for Michigan, Arizona later. Coop, are you shocked that Vegas is favoring the Illini on a neutral court in this one?
I am pretty surprised. I think that, obviously, UConn, won by the skin of their teeth in the Elite Eight, obviously. Illinois has been a little more consistent throughout the tournament, so I guess it makes sense, but I personally view UConn as the better team, and they come in as the high seed as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's basically a gimme. I mean, it's 1.5, but still, it is relatively surprising that the Illini are favored here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously have UConn with the coaching advantage in this game. There's no doubt about that, right? You get Danny Hurley, who I would argue is the best coach in all of college basketball. I know some people like to throw out the name Todd Golden and what he's done at Florida the last couple of years, but you think of how successful Hurley has been in the last 4 or 5 years at UConn, bringing that university obviously from a very dark kind of time in their history in the late 2010s, and now they're, I would argue, back on the mountaintop, considered one of the top blue buds in the sport over the last 4 years. Hurley's phenomenal. He'll test you on a daily and minute basis when it comes to how you defend. I truly do believe no one in the basketball world, NBA, Europe, college, it doesn't matter what level of basketball you're playing at, no one runs more effective and efficient half-court offensive sets than Danny Hurley, and that is why I'm so impressed with him. It's why I might lean UConn in this game. We do obviously have the barn burner matchup between the number 2 and the number 3 overall seeds, the West Region champion Arizona Wildcats, the Midwest Region champion Michigan Wolverines. Both teams pretty much walked all the way to the Final Four. Arizona did trail at half in that Elite Eight game against Purdue, but then ran them out of the building in half number 2. Michigan has really never sweat. The most Michigan might have had to sweat this entire tournament, Coop, might have been in the first round, the round of 64,
yes,
playing 16 seed Howard. They only led by 5 at the break, but then they've just been dominant ever since. We got people continuing to join us here on today's stream. Who you got in this first game? Type I for Illinois, type U for UConn. Who do you got winning and advancing to the national championship game on Monday night? Boots on the ground, Coop, say that about 60, 70% of fans in Indianapolis walking around representing the Illini.
Yeah, that adds up. I mean, the proximity factor for sure. Chicago is a short drive from Indianapolis, and it more of a Midwest city, so I can see that.
National anthem going on right now. One of my favorite things that the Final Four does, Coop, and I don't know if you knew this, and you might have not, they do the national anthem for both games at the first game. So they will not do the national anthem again for the Arizona-Michigan game.
Correct.
They bring all 4 team flags out onto the court. They have one representative from each university sing the national anthem together. So you got 4 students right now singing the national anthem, one from Illinois, UConn, Arizona, Michigan, and then they won't do it in between the first game's conclusion and the second game's first tip. It's one of the more fascinating things that happens. But I see Tyman the Buckeye going with Illinois, Charles going with UConn, Ethan Conkin going with Illinois. In our live poll, Coop, which means go vote on it, folks, 51% of the early 70 votes going with Illinois, but as a 70th vote just came in, Coop, it is split 50-50, 35-35 in UConn, Illinois. Who do you got winning this game, Jeffrey Cooperstein?
I am just extremely hard-pressed to bet against the UConn Huskies. I really am. I think, as you said, they have the coaching advantage. That's not to say Brad Underwood isn't a great coach. I just feel like UConn is it's going to be a very close game. I think UConn edges them out, and then they're going to end up eventually losing to whoever wins the second game.
Yeah, I mentioned that these two teams played earlier this season. UConn won 74-61. I am going to pick UConn to win the rematch as well. The Illini have been playing really well, and it's a different matchup. It's a different game from earlier on the year. Illinois no longer starts Andre Stojakovic. He comes off the bench. They start Jake Davis instead in that backcourt with Boswell and Keaton Wagler. But here's the thing. UConn didn't play a good game against Duke. They didn't.
No, they did not.
But they were able to fight their way back and win that game. Now, you could argue it's because of a Duke collapse. I would agree to a certain point. But to me, the experience that UConn has cannot be rivaled Alex Caravan, the fourth-year senior. He was a true freshman when UConn won their first natty with Jordan Hawkins, Andre Jackson, and the crew. And then he returns as a true sophomore, and they win it again with Tristan Newton, with Donovan Clingan. And yeah, they lost last season, but who'd they lose to? Oh, they lost to the eventual national champion Florida Gators in a game that they could have easily won in the round of 32. So the experience, the championship pedigree, I think of UConn will ultimately be too much for Illinois. I respect what Brad Underwood has done. First time getting to the Final Four since in the early 2000s. I just will take the experience. I'll take the coaching of Illinois. Braylon Mullins could be an X factor in this game. And although the Illini have a nice big front court with the Ivicic brothers, both Tomislav and Zavimir, I botched that, and David Mirkovic, I like Terrace Reed. I like Alex Caravan in this matchup. And Kean Wagler's been such an X factor for this Illinois team all year long as a true freshman, projected top 10 pick. How is he going to play when going up against these experienced UConn guards like Silas Demery, Malachi Smith? I just think those guys are going to give him some issues. And if the UConn Huskies are able to knock down threes at a more efficient rate than they did against Duke in the Elite Eight, I think they're going to get the job done. They shot 36% in the first matchup from three between these two teams. Big reason why they won. A big reason why I think they're going to win again tonight. Shout out XI Rainbows. We got 90 people in the building. Make sure you have hit that thumbs up icon. If you're ready for the game, help us out. Hit the like button. Takes no time at all. We're trying to get up to 40 likes here before tip-off. So hit that thumbs up icon for me. Let's get there. ASAP. 57% of our live poll now going with UConn.
I think it's a UConn world.
I think UConn gets the win. Starting lineups being announced. Jake Davis, Kean Wagler, Keelan Boswell, David Mirkovic, and I believe they start. Yeah, it's going to be Tomislav Ivicic getting the start at center for Illinois. For UConn, it will be solo ball, Silas Demery, Braylon Mullins, Alex Caravan, and Terrace Reed Jr., who has really just come on in this tournament, dominating, played extremely well against Duke in the Elite Eight. Hit that thumbs up icon, though, for us, folks, as we're about 3.5, 4 minutes away from getting tipped off here. How about it? I'm fired up. Hopefully you are, too. Coop, do you have a timer up top set already? Okay, good. Just was making sure. Let's get to that 40-like mark, folks. We're 7 likes away. We're at 33. What's up, Charlicia? How's it going? Introverted going with UConn. XI Rainbow says I have UConn and zone in the final. Hey, that's what I had in my bracket. I know no one cares about your bracket, but that's what I did pick before the year. Before the tournament, I had UConn and Arizona matching up. And I'm going to stick with my picks. No reason not to. So I'm going to pick UConn to win this game. I'm going to pick Arizona to win the night game. And I have Arizona winning it all. So we'll see what happens if that comes to fruition or not. But hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 40 likes. We're about set to get going in Indianapolis here in a second. But show me you're fired up, not only by hitting that thumbs up icon, but spamming those me's. If you're ready for the game, if you're ready for tip-off, hit that thumbs up icon and spam me down in the comment section right now. Spam those me's in the comments. We're giving shout-outs here as we tip off. Spam me if you're ready for the game.
I know I'm ready for this game. I see Charles. I see my guy Tyman, Charlicia, Rainbows. Let's go, baby.
Gotta turn this fan on.
Yeah, it's a little toasty.
A little toasty in the chat
turn down
sports
the temp
studios.
a little bit?
No, it's fine. The fan will do justice. The fan will work. The fan will work. Like I mentioned, starting lineup for UConn, they're going to be wearing their home whites. They are the higher seed, 2 seed compared to Illinois on the 3 line. Illinois wearing their orange unis. Solo ball, Silas Demery, Braylon Mullins, Alex Caravan, and Terrace Reed for the Huskies. For the Fighting Illini, once again, if you're just joining us, They're starting Keelan Boswell, Jake Davis, Keaton Wagler, David Merkovich, and Tomislav Ivicic. A lot of Europeans on this Illinois team.
Brad Underwood likes to go.
He's kind of got a what do you want to call it? A domain over there? Would that be the right word, Coach?
A monopoly?
A monopoly,
yeah.
I think is a good way to it. No one has recruited the European kind of scene better than him. He got Kasparas Jakučionis from Lithuania a year ago. He was a first-round selection. Now he's got Merkovich, Ivicic's, multiple. He's got a whole monopoly over there, man. He does.
Illinois wins this game if
Keaton Wagler plays as a top 10 pick.
I agree. That's what I was going to say as well.
If you want to do a quick keys to victory for each team, Illinois wins this game if Keaton Wagler is the difference. Because in that first matchup between these two teams, the true freshman, what did Keaton Wagler do? Well, he only played in 14 minutes, Coop, and scored 3 points.
Oh, boy.
Since then, he's been on a completely different level, and he's arguably the most impactful and best player on this Illinois team, and he was a non-factor in the first matchup between these two teams. You know UConn is experienced, but Illinois has the youth. They've got the physicality. They've got the size. They're a better rebounding team. So if you were to ask it on the flip side, UConn wins this game if they outshoot Illinois from 3. There is no world UConn wins this game if they shoot as poorly as they did from beyond the arc in the Elite Eight against Duke.
They will not be able to come back from 19 down and win that game.
I'm not saying Illinois is better than Duke. I am just saying this Illinois team is a little bit more experienced, a little bit more physical, a little bit more imposing than that Blue Devils team, and I just don't envision UConn being able to rattle off a big-time comeback against this Illinois team with how well they have been playing.
Absolutely agree.
And if you want to even look into this matchup a little bit more, just remember a couple years ago when UConn went on that dominant 2024 tournament run to win the championship. Remember, these two programs met in the Elite Eight.
Yep.
It was a close game at the half, and then UConn routed off 30 unanswered points.
Blew the doors off.
And blew them out by 30, 40 points because they outscored them. Like, they went on a 28-0 run in that second half. So, certainly an intriguing matchup. History between these two programs. Two really good coaches. High-end NBA talent. Braylon Mullins, Keaton Wagler, experienced veterans. It's going to be a lot of fun. Super chat menu for today's game. Any donation is greatly appreciated. But, folks, no more talking. It is time for the Final Four. UConn, Illinois. Who's going to punch their ticket to the championship game on Monday night in Indianapolis? We'll find out here over the next 2.5 hours. Ivicic and Terrace Reed jumping up, center circle. We're underway. And UConn has won the tip. Solo ball controls. It will be Wagler defending him. We've got Merkovich, the 4 on Illinois, guarding the point guard for UConn, Silas Demery. The opening possession for UConn results in a solo ball right wing 3 that comes up a bit short. Keaton Wagler tracks down the board, and the Illini get a stop on their opening possession. It will be Demery guarding Wagler. Wagler looking to get into a pick and roll with Merkovich. UConn does a great job hedging. Leads to a pick and pop. Merkovich can't hit the 3. Long rebound tracked down by Silas Demery, and he'll slow it down and get into their half-court set. Left alone for 3, launches, and that one's too strong. So UConn 0 for 2 early from deep. They cannot shoot as poorly as they did on Sunday of last week if they want to win this one. Boswell now running a pick and roll. You'll see UConn hedge a lot. Weak side 3 for Jake Davis. Doesn't go. So both teams 0 for 2 from the field to start. Both shots coming from deep. No offensive rebounds, one and dones. UConn likes to play inside out. You'd imagine they look to get it inside the read here early. They do, and we'll have a foul called on Keelan Boswell, the experienced transfer guard, second year in Champaign, Illinois, originally from Champaign, Illinois. Started his career at Arizona, and then transferred to Illinois second year with Brad Underwood. Shout out Wasim Khan with the $5 super chat. Who you rocking with, Wasim? He's going with Illinois.
Of course he is.
2-3 zone look from Brad Underwood. Didn't see that one coming. Doesn't do that a lot. Braylon Mullins, left wing 3, goes! And that's how we crack open tonight's scoring. The hero, the true freshman, Mullins, lights it up from deep. He can shoot it, Coop.
He can absolutely shoot it. He's the hero, and he's why UConn's still playing.
Averaging 11.8 points per game in this tournament. 1 of 5 from 3 last week against Duke. Knocks down his first shot here. Wagler spinning to the rim. Can't finish. Rebound. Controlled by Illinois. And now reset. First offensive rebound. The Illini can get on the glass. Boswell inside. Fouled. Euro stepping. Absorbed the contact. Moves Mullins called. So 2 free throws coming for Illinois. If you have not already, hit that sub button. Live for the Final Four games. Tyler Smith will be live on Monday night for the national championship game. Coop and I got you covered for the games tonight. Boswell nets the first free throw, and that's how Illinois is officially on the board. Rugged start early here, Coop. You always see that a little bit.
Yeah.
The nerves. It's a different arena. You're playing in a football stadium here, folks.
The depth perception's
right,
different.
depth perception's different. Crowds are bigger. I mean, these players outside of Alex Caravan and Solo Ball, they've never played in a arena like this because it's just a different feeling when you're at a setup like the Final Four. 3-2, UConn leads early. They get it to Terrace Reed. He's been dominant in this tournament. Spins to his left shoulder and banks it with his right hand. Reed with his first basket of the night. He has been just so good, averaging 21.8 points per game in this tournament, 13.5 rebounds as well. Murkovic quickly the other way. Ball moved around. Wagler deep 3, no good. And there's Reed on the glass, not giving Illinois a second opportunity. Uneven start for Illinois offensively, settling for a lot of shots from beyond the arc, 0 for 3. Mullins, another 3. Good!
Sniper.
The true freshman, 2 for 2 from deep. He's grinning, he's smiling. UConn up 8-2.
Mullins helped his draft stock here in this tournament.
Picking up right where he left off last Sunday afternoon, Coop. Wagler to the rack. Scoops in, plus the foul with the left hand. Pretty move. And that might settle in Illinois a little bit here.
I think one of Keaton Wagler's best traits and what makes him special is just his ability to get where he wants on the floor whenever, despite the lack of elite athleticism.
Yeah, he's not an elite athlete. He's not a physically imposing guard as well. He just has a knack for getting to his spot. He absorbs contact, but doesn't let it bother him, Coop. And he does an excellent job utilizing the backboard. No matter if it's off the side angle, if it's straight on, he will use it with no issue. 8-5 as the three-point play is converted. We have our first substitutions of the night. Illinois, definitely the more deeper team here. Couple substitutions. We'll have Andrei Stojakovic check in. We'll have Z Ivasic. We got the Ivasic brothers. They sub in and out. We also have Humorcross as well. Off-ball foul called on Illinois. That's the second foul on the Illini. UConn also with 2. Hit that thumbs up icon if you haven't already, folks. Let's get to 50 likes. 3.5 minutes in. UConn gets it to Mullins. Mullins with pump fake drive. Mullins to the rim. Rejected! What a play! It's Ivasic. And now Murkovic the other way. Puts it up and in. What a play on both ends of the floor. UConn still hanging on to that 1-point lead. Under 16. Caravan, his first look. Can't go. Rebound tracked down. Terrace Reed, kick out solo ball. And UConn will slow it down for a second opportunity. Ball, pick and pop. Caravan to the corner. Demery. can't hit the three, but Reed is on the glass. And one! Terrace Reed! His second offensive rebound of the game results in an and one for the Huskies. We'll head to the under 16 timeout in the first half. UConn up 4 or 3, chance to go up 4 when we return from this TV timeout. What a back and forth beginning in this one, Coop.
Oh, it's been a fantastic start to this game. You can tell it's going to be highly contested in all 40
It's going to be close
minutes.
all game long, man.
All
it's gonna be
40
close all
minutes.
game long. Shout out Wasim Khan with the $2 super chat. 2 of my daughters and their tuition went to Illinois. So Wasim's wallet certainly tells him that
indeed.
He's probably an Illinois fan. If you are someone who is enjoying the coverage early and would like to donate to the channel, it's greatly appreciated. Eddie Super Chat, we claim your squad. We got Illinois faithful representing here. No UConn faithfuls yet. We'll see if that changes. $10 Super Chat, we spin the shot wheel. The wheel will determine if Jeffrey Cooperstein or I, Nic Rohloff, take a shot. $50 Super Chat, we'll do a beer bong. But every $100 is a beer bong as well. So $50 straight up is a beer bong. $100 cumulative is a beer bong. That's our Super Chat menu for tonight's action. Appreciate any donation to the channel. Helps us do more cool opportunities, more streams like this. Shows our bosses that this is something that y'all want to do. So, Coop, what do you make of the early start here?
It's extremely fast-paced, and I think that UConn needs to work it into Reed more often. It feels like that's maybe where they have the mismatch against Illinois, at least in the first 4 of this game. And you just use that physicality inside and then play inside out, kick it out to Mullins or Caravan and try to get them open looks. Mullins looks like he's up for the task so far.
Yeah, he's off to a really hot start in this one. You aren't wrong about in terms of the mismatch for Terrace Reed inside. Now, both Ivisic brothers are 7'1", 7'2". But here's the difference, Coop. Thomas Love Ivisic is 7'1", 255. Z Ivisic is 7'2", 245. So when Z Ivisic, 44, is in the game, he's longer, but he's a little bit more thin.
Yeah.
And Thomas Love isn't that thin. It's like 255 is big, but here's the difference, Coop. Terrace Reed, 6'11", so he's given up about 2-3 inches to both of the Ivisiches, but he's 265.
He's a man.
So he is much stronger. He is a much more physically imposing big man. And that's something that some fans take a hard time understanding.
It's not all about the height.
It's not all about the height and length. When you talk about size inside, you have to combine both length, size, and physical. And the weight and the muscle you're throwing around. And you give Reed the ball inside and let him just back in, go 1-to-1, he's going to bully them out of the way. So they're going to have to send 2 on Reed if he gets good position inside, and that may result in open kick-out threes. Or you see here early the offensive glass proving big for UConn in this game. 2 offensive rebounds for Terrace Reed, and he's going to the line for a 3-point opportunity. Had 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 blocks in the Elite 8 game against Duke. He's already got 5 points here. He's going to put the Huskies up 11-7. And now UConn puts on a little press, slowing down Illinois, makes them get into their half-court offense a little bit later. Demery hounding Wagler. You wonder how that matchup will ultimately unfold. This is another fun one here. Merkovich versus Caravan. Merkovich inside. Comes up short on the right hook, and Terrace Reed gets the defensive rebound. UConn strong on the glass here early, Coop. If they out-rebound Illinois, I don't think the Illini have a chance.
Absolutely agree, yeah, with Reed and Caravan out there on the glass.
UConn getting their set. They try to get it to Reed, and we'll have a kickball on Ivisic, giving UConn a fresh 20 seconds. Jaden Ross checking in, trying to get it to Reed. We also now have Malachi Smith in for... No, not yet. I heard Ian Eagle say Malachi Smith checking in. Demery in the corner. Thought about a 3, pass it up. Now finds the curling Caravan. Looks like the Illini going to play a zone here. Poor spacing for UConn, having a hard time getting anything going. Now they get it into Reed. Reed inside, left hook, no. Another offensive rebound. It's Demery on the putback tip-in. Offensive rebounding has tilted in the Huskies' favor. That's bad news if you're Illinois faithful. Stojakovic with a spinning bucket inside. You hear the name Stojakovic, you think shooter, but boy, he's a slasher. He doesn't shoot it from deep often.
How is that possible? He's a 24% three-point shooter this year. His name is Stojakovic, baby.
Oh, it's certainly funny, man. He can get to the rack, though. Jaden Ross, catch and shoot corner three, rattles it home. And the Huskies coming out firing here in the first 7 minutes of the Final Four. 3 of 7 from 3, much more improved. Remember, UConn started 1 of 18 from deep on Sunday, finished strongly in their tenacious comeback. Ivasic, corner 3, doesn't have the answer. Rebound gathered by Demery. UConn dominating the glass here early. Not giving Illinois any second opportunities, which is where Illinois likes to do a lot of their damage. Pick and roll. Reed inside with a thunderous two-handed slam. Brad Underwood has seen enough. Timeout, Illinois. UConn doubling up the Illini early, looking a lot like November 28th on Madison Square Garden.
Now, Illinois has got to be careful here. That's a good timeout by Brad Underwood to try to stop this bleeding. This game could get out of hand in a hurry if Illinois doesn't clean up the glass and they don't start making their shots, because UConn is just off a miss. They're able to get out and run so quickly. And on top of the fact that them being a great half-court offense as well, Illinois just needs to start scoring.
I mean, listen, when we talked in the pregame coop about how championship pedigree and experience matters,
it matters.
This is exactly what we're talking about. If you are watching these two teams play in the first 7 minutes, and it's early, Illinois will likely settle in here, Coop, but who is the more calm? Who is the more prepared? What team is executing at a higher level right now? It's UConn.
It's UConn.
They're dominating the glass. They're getting much more easier looks at both the rim and from beyond the arc. UConn is just a more well-prepared team, and I don't think that should surprise anyone because they've got the better head coach. They have the better coaching staff. Does Illinois have the better talent? Yeah, I would say they would. And if you swap the coaching staffs of Illinois and UConn, this means no disrespect to Illinois because I love Brad Underwood a lot, but you switch UConn and Illinois' coaching staff, and I bet Illinois probably would have been the number 1 team in the country this year.
Interesting.
If you swap the talent
that's actually a very
with the coaching staff, that is how good Danny Hurley is.
He's great, man. He absolutely is great. Mr. Rohloff in the chat?
Mr. Rohloff's in the building saying, let's go Huskies.
Let's go. Is he a Huskies fan?
No, he just, I think, roots for UConn. I think he had UConn in the national championship game for his bracket as well. My dad actually copied me bar for bar in brackets. So I think he has a good shot to win as well.
Shout out to Mr. Rohloff. Love it.
He had the same exact Final Four, same exact national championship, I think, and then same exact championship winner.
You gave him these picks, or this was organic?
I don't know. He says it's organic, but he
didn't. You don't believe him?
I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe it. 179 people in the building. Subscribe if you haven't already here. We're going to be live for the entirety of this UConn-Illinois game. We'll sign off, take a quick break, and then be live again for the final game of the evening between Michigan and Arizona. So make sure you subscribe for daily coverage, not only in college basketball, but in the sports world as well. Let me know who you guys picked to win March Madness is. We are in sub-only mode, too, so if you want to comment, you got to be subscribed.
I already like Mr. Rohloff. He says you have terrible takes, and I agree.
Terrible takes, yeah. I got 3 out of 4 Final Four teams correct, and I might have the national championship game picked correctly. But terrible takes.
Terrible takes.
Sorry.
Bad loss for your Red Wings today, by the way.
Yeah, I watched, actually.
Yeah.
It's like one of the rare games I watched.
Bad loss for my Stars, too.
Yeah. The Avs are really good.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, we're back. We got Malachi Smith checking in. He's hounding Kylan Boswell, but a foul will be called. third on UConn. Both Illinois and the Huskies have 3 fouls apiece in the first 7 minutes. Is that true, Wasim?
Oh, they're charging a lot of money.
My goodness. Boswell check back in for Illinois. Stojakovic looking to drive, backing down on solo ball. Quick double, forces the kick out. Now back in. Stojakovic on the block. Jump stop, floater, good. That's 4 points off the bench now for Stojakovic. He is someone who could generate open looks for himself at a consistent basis inside that paint, which is going to be necessary to break down this Husky defense. Solo ball, curling 3, top of the key, too strong. Solo ball has really struggled with his shot in this tournament. But Illinois, almost a costly turnover. Boswell saved it before it went out of bounds. Stojakovic backing down on the undersized Malachi Smith. Gets 2 feet in the paint, can't finish inside, but a foul was called, and Stojakovic will be heading to the line.
They count the bucket here?
No, that's a mistake.
It can't be, right?
Yeah, come on. It'll be 2 free throws coming for Stojakovic. I tell you what, he's not a shooter, folks.
He's not like his dad.
He's not a shooter. Stojakovic misses the first free throw. Former Cal Golden Bear.
Takes Cal over the Longhorns.
Want to stay on the West Coast.
Yep.
Second free throw for Stojakovic goes. He's got 5 points. Braylon Mullins, the freshman, checks in for the Huskies. He's got a couple threes early. Silas Demery back in as well. The backup point guard Malachi Smith with 2 early fouls in this one. Terrace Reed finds a curling Caravan. Underrated passer, Terrace Reed. Demery walks into a 3. Comes up short. Pair of stops in a row here for Illinois. They're looking to get back into this one. Transition 3. Too strong. Illinois has gotten some decent looks from beyond the arc, Coop, just unable to capitalize.
Unable to capitalize, and they're one and done because UConn's just grabbing rebounds.
Caravan with a deep 3. Too strong. Illinois 0 of 5 from 3 as they look to carve their way back here, down 9 just a couple minutes ago. Stojakovic to the rim, blocked by Caravan. What a play by the 4th-year senior. And with that ball going out of bounds, we'll get a stoppage in the break and another TV timeout as we head to the under 12 in this first half. Huskies lead 18-12.
This game's playing out, I think, kind of how I thought it would in the first half, where you'd have UConn with the slight edge here, obviously, as you said, with the experience and just the know-how to play in these Final Fours. But it feels like slowly but surely Illinois is settling into this game.
The Illini are getting a lot of good looks. Like Wagler's had an open 3. You just saw there a second ago that Humacross got an open 3 look. So, unfortunately, just not able to convert. But you imagine as this game goes on, Coop, if they get more open looks, they're going to be able to take advantage. They're going to be able to take advantage. If you have not followed our Chat Sports account on Twitter, go give us a follow right now at Chat Sports. We're going to give shout-outs to anyone who follows us during this timeout. We put out more content in the NFL, NBA, kind of college sports world. Anybody who gives us a follow during this timeout, we're giving shout-outs. Shout-out to Peter Cohen, Manish Mehta, Andy Solari, Hunter Reynolds.
It's an exciting time in the sports world, man.
Wasim Khan.
Wasim didn't follow chat. I guarantee you he unfollowed and followed.
Maybe, but I just got the notification that
That's
Wasim
crazy,
Khan
Wasim.
followed us.
NFL draft, 2.5 weeks away. Got NBA playoffs coming up as well. Exciting times, man.
Exciting times in the sports world. Exciting times in the sports world, man. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? You look at how this first 8 minutes and change has kind of panned out here. Leading scorer in the game is the true freshman. It's actually Terrence Reed. He's got 7 points, 4 boards for the Huskies. Braylon Mullins, the freshman, he's got 6 points.
Time Man, we know you've been followed.
Shout out Time Man, the ball guy. Time Man's the GOAT.
Time Man's been blocking bots for us already today, too.
He's a legend. What can you expect?
What can you expect?
You can't expect anything else. You can't expect anything else. I think one of my favorite things about the Final Four is just the mass amount of student that get behind the
I know.
Basket.
They give, 500?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I believe it's 500 students from each school. Maybe it's more now, but that's what it used to be.
I was not aware.
Oh, he took his glasses off.
Man, is there anything better than college basketball, Coop?
There is.
No.
But this is fun.
The answer is
This
no.
is awesome.
The answer is no.
Oh, the glasses are back.
Well, you just took them off
For the interview.
To be a nice guy in the interview.
Now, he did headbutt a ref in the Elite.
Headbutt's a strong word. All right, we're back in action here. Difference to this one is three-point shooting. UConn 3 of 10, Illinois 0 of 5.
Yep.
Ivasic is going to tee a 3 up here, and the trend continues for Illinois, 0 of 6. We got Eric Riebe, the freshman from Germany, in as Reed gets a little spell on the bench. Open corner 3, Stewart, no. Rebound. Oh, did he step out? Oh, Wagler towed the line. And we'll have Illinois looking to continue this little run. I say it's a 3-0 run. Well, it's going to... Oh!
Poked out.
Off Rebe's knee here. I'd like a review on this, Cooperstein. I thought Ivasic just lost it. Okay, it did hit off the knee of Ribe. Ryba, excuse me. Wagler gets it into Ivasic. Back to Wagler. No turnovers in this game yet so far, Coop. Foul on Riba. That's his 5th. Or excuse me, that's UConn's 5th. So Illinois, even though not able to find their stroke from deep, close to getting into the bonus. Wagler inbounds it, and another foul. In UConn, just a little aggressive. That's Stewart. 6th foul on the Huskies, which means Illinois, for the final 10.5 minutes, Coop, will be shooting free throws every foul.
And that tells me Illinois just needs to attack the paint. I know UConn...
Well, yeah, and this is a team that does that well.
Exactly. And UConn's trying to pack it here. Now they're in a man set.
Wagler, deep 3, connects. First 3 of the night for the Illini. The true freshman, Wagler, brings Illinois within a score. And now you hear the Illinois faithful make some noise in Indianapolis. A quick response, though, by the Huskies. It's Jaden Ross from the wing.
That's what they do, man.
Ross with 6 points. He's got 2 triples. So UConn's got 4 threes. 2 from Mullins, 2 from Ross. Boswell inside, goes up strong on Mullins and gets it to fall. Both UConn, Illinois, 8 points in the paint. UConn's been the better team from deep, but the Illini have been able to get a couple more looks at the free throw line. Mullins in the corner. Sidestep, fadeaway 3, left it short. Merkovich with the rebound for Illinois. Wagler finds Ivasic. Ivasic attacks inside. blocked, but a foul on Reba. That's his second. And now we'll have free throws coming for Illinois and Ivicic.
That is their 7th team foul.
That's Tomislav Ivicic heading to the line. Now, there's quite the difference in fouls early in this coop. Have you noticed a more favorable whistle, or is it just natural Illinois has been the aggressor driving to the rim?
I really don't think it's been a favorable whistle. I do think that they've just been more aggressive. UConn's putting up a lot of perimeter shots, and they're not forcing it inside to Reed as much as Illinois is attacking the paint.
Tomislav Ivicic had 13 points in that Elite Eight win against Iowa. With those 2 free throws, UConn leading 21-19. Remember, UConn led 18-9. So this is a 10-3 run for Illinois over the last 4 minutes. And we have foul trouble. 2 key people for UConn off the bench, Reba and Malachi Smith, 2 fouls. They try to get Reed the ball inside. He's posting up. They finally get it to him. Faces up, now backs in. They dig in. Oh, they're going to have a foul.
Now we're getting a little ticky-tack here.
You know what that is, Coop? I think that's all right, whistles have been a little bit more in Illinois favor. We got to even it out a little bit. Because I don't see a foul.
No, I don't either, and I hate that.
Does Ivicic have his hand on Reed's back? Sure. But
that's legal.
This is Final Four physical play here.
You're allowed to armbar him.
They get it to Reed. Quick double and a zone look from Illinois. Mullins running baseline floater. Air ball.
I think that got affected.
Do you think that could have been a lob to Reed?
Yeah, if he would have followed it up, maybe.
Mirkovic, deep 3. Oh, brick. But Wagler tracks down the rebound. And a second look for Illinois. Wagler attacking inside. Plays off 2 feet well. Drops it off to Boswell. His midi can't fall.
That was an ugly-looking shot.
Yeah, you could tell right off his hand the shot was flat. Jaden Ross the other way. Sidestep 15-footer on the baseline, no. And Mirkovic grabs another rebound. UConn's hit a dry spell offensively. Boswell and Ivicic, 2-man game. Boswell gets it to Ivicic. Miscommunication for UConn results in an open 3, and Illinois has their lead. First of the game, if I'm not mistaken here, Coop.
It is.
22-21, Illinois leads.
They were down 18-9 in this one, and they've stormed back here.
It is a 13-3 run for Illinois. Reed backing down on Ivicic. Drop off pass to Demery. Demery to Karaban. Karaban rejected by Mirkovic. He's been an X factor. Boswell in transition. Misses the floater. And good defense there by Terrace Reed. Reed's been phenomenal here for UConn. Demery, his 3-pointer. Too strong. Long rebound to Mullins. Karaban driving, kicking. Demery loses the handle. He's been out of sorts here, Coop. Mullins now attacking. Drop off to Reed. Reed on the baseline. He's blocked. Mirkovic again. Mirkovic has been the best player for Illinois in this one. 3rd block, all of them by Mirkovic.
Tomislav looks a little shaken up from that play. He was slow to come up the court here.
UConn really having a hard time getting offense going. Wagler deep 3. Misses everything, and that will take us to the under 8 timeout. Illinois leads 22-21.
What a response.
Chance to go to the national championship game. Oh, Big East, Big Ten matchup.
It doesn't get better than this. You're right.
220 people watching. We need to get the like number up, folks. The bosses are messaging me and Coop saying, listen, we got 200 people watching, but only 57 likes. That's unacceptable. hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on. We can do it. I believe in us.
Come on.
I believe in us.
Let's go.
King Nat Navy says, who's got Illinois in the chat, excuse me. I've got UConn winning. Coop, you said UConn too, right?
I said UConn as well.
Now, we talked about it when Illinois called the timeout down 18-9, that UConn settled into the game much quicker than Illinois, and maybe that was the experience showing.
Yep.
But I mentioned, this UConn team, I don't think they have as much talent as Illinois' team. They're just a better, well-coached execution team. Now, as Illinois maybe gets more settled into this ball game, Coop, that talent may start to come through a little bit.
Absolutely, and it has as this first half has gone on. You've seen them settle into the game. Illinois' bigs are really setting the tone there as well, and Wagler's having a solid game despite the air ball here right before the timeout. I like how Illinois responded after Underwood called that timeout when they were down 18-9. And from the UConn standpoint, I need to see more from Demery. I don't think he has really operated this offense very well for UConn here, and he's kind of struggling holding onto the ball, missing his shots as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen. You look at the early box score in this game as two teams here, and UConn is shooting 33% from the field. Illinois is shooting 35%. UConn 29% from three. Illinois 20%. But the difference so far, Coop, has been the free throw line. Illinois 6 of 7. UConn 1 of 1. So they've only gone to the line once.
And as we discussed, I really don't think it's like a unfair whistle one way or the other. I just think that Illinois is doing a better job of attacking.
How about this, by the way, Coop? Illinois does not have an assist tonight. Every basket has been on a rebound, an isolation, or free throws.
That's shocking.
I don't know if I'm just not a hockey guy. Listen, I'm trying to watch more, but
what about it?
I just can't get into I'm not the biggest hockey guy.
You'll be locked in for the offs.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if Detroit Red Wings in it. All right, here we go. As we get back here in the final 6.5 minutes of this first half. It's been back and forth. A little bit of a low-scoring one. Forgot what I had in the first half under. I think it was 64.5. So we got 21 points to play with in 6.5 minutes.
It was 139, right? The total.
Yeah. I think, what is this? We're at 43. I think the over is paced. You need 21 points, and yeah, that's set. That's less than 3 points a minute. Or less than 4 points. It'll be UConn ball coming out of this TV timeout after the Keaton Wagler air ball. UConn 1 and 11 in their last 11 shots. 1 of 11, I should say.
Started 7 of 13 from the floor as well.
They need Silas Demery to really settle in here. Mullins, open corner 3. No good. Demery, offensive rebound. And then it's actually thrown off of himself. He goes to throw it off of an Illinois player, but it hits the Illinois leg and then ricochets back and hits him while he's standing out of bounds.
Yeah,
I don't think he needed to do that either, by the way.
No, I don't think he did.
By the way, also, this is a premature whistle, Coop. It hit Demery, but it hit him, and he wasn't touching out of bounds.
They called it, yeah.
It would have still been off of him because it ricocheted out of bounds, but they said it as soon as it hit Demery. He was in the air. Can Illinois expand this lead as UConn can't buy a bucket? 5:50 to play. Mirkovic, little 8-foot push shot, comes up short. And then that's going to be a foul on Mirkovic as he goes around Karaban trying to tie him up. 5th foul on the Illini.
Interesting lineup Illinois is running out with Wagler basically playing the 1 here. And he's basically their guy that they're running everything through anyways.
See if UConn can get a bucket. They haven't had a point, Coop, in the last 4.5 minutes. They've gotten solid looks. It's been unable to convert. Mullins, pick and pop. It's Reed. Reed to the rack. Little 8-foot push shot. Can't fall. And the 5-minute drought for UConn continues. It's been an odd game, man. Really rugged.
Still no turnovers for either team.
Yeah, no rhythm. Stojakovic attacking inside. Fouled. See, I don't like that call, Coop. Unless Reed comes down and hits the arm of Stojakovic.
I thought he came down and got him.
He drives in with a reckless abandon, spins into traffic. Unless Reed comes down and hits his elbow, that body contact should not have drawn a foul.
Yeah, he didn't go in there with intent to get a shot up. He went in there with intent to get fouled, but I do think Reed ended up getting him on the arm anyways.
No replay. Would have liked to see one. As Stojakovic misses the free throw. So I'll just be proven right and say ball doesn't lie. How about Peja, by the way, never wearing any Illinois gear?
He's not a shill.
Never done it.
That's actually hilarious.
Every time they pan to him in the crowd throughout the games this year, no Illinois gear. Plain tees only. Stojakovic misses both free throws, so that's a true ball doesn't lie moment, Coop. And with 5 minutes to go here in the first half, UConn still looks to reclaim this lead. They've led the entire game, but have not scored in the last 5.5 minutes. See if the veteran Karabakh could get going. He drops inside the Reed. Reed, good position. He puts it in with the left hand. Reed now with 9 points. The scoring drought for the Huskies is over, and they go back in front by 1. Reed now 9 points, 5 boards. Wagler, Mirkovic, pick and roll. A lot of pick and rolls at the top of the key. Like to give Wagler a lot of kind of space. And then Karaban just rips it away from him. Huskies in transition. Mullins, Euro step, and one! What a sequence! The defense from the veteran, the young fella, getting out. The Euro step inside.
With a kiss.
Those puppies were organized.
First turnover of the game there results in a transition bucket and one for UConn. Beautiful move by Brandon
Yeah, that's
Mullins.
a real good move by Mullins, man.
I think some team's going to get lucky with him, man.
Projected first-round pick in the draft. Highly touted high school recruit. Labeled as a marksman shooter. Hasn't shot it that well this year, Coop. Only about 36% from three. Showcasing his ability to get to the rack and finish there, though. UConn back in front by 4. Mirkovic now with 2 fouls. That's a foul situation to monitor. Wagler to the rim. Scoops it home with the left hand. Pretty finish. Leading scorer for Illinois tonight. He's got 8. That's the second time Coop driving to his right.
Yep.
He's been able to use his left hand to finish.
It's been a couple of pretty finishes. I've liked what I've seen from Wagler tonight.
Mullins inside the Reed. Reed left alone here. Do they send a double? Reed, a little jump hook. Beautiful footwork inside. The Michigan transfer. Doing it all here for the Huskies. He's got 11 points. First player in the double digits tonight. And that ability for UConn to get it inside and have a post up, doing what numbers? Wagler, pull up 3, way off. Second air ball for Wagler. But rebound Boswell, he pulls up from 3. No, ball loose, goes out of bounds. It will go to Connecticut. Under 4 timeout, first half in Indianapolis. UConn leads 28-24.
Just a well-played basketball game we have on our hands here. I think both teams have been really, really good. You've seen flashes of brilliance from both Keaton Wagler, Braylon Mullins, Terrace Reed as well. Like, this has been a really, really good game.
Now over 365 people watching. Come on, man. We need to get 100 likes. We're at 68. One away from nice. Bosses are really on us. We need to get the likes up. Do us a favor, live here, broadcast the game for free. We'll be live again later on tonight for the Michigan-Arizona game. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 100 likes right now.
I've heard a lot of talk about Keaton Wagler in Dallas Mavericks circles. if the Mavs do not end up moving up in the lottery and they end up drafting 6, I could see them selecting the man from Illinois.
You're talking about the Mavericks, that is.
Correct.
Yeah. Listen, Wagler, I'm not the highest on him. He has improved a little bit. But I do get concerned about how he will translate at the next level because he isn't an elite athlete in terms of his speed, verticality. So he's going to have to be really, really sharp with his angles of attack, the way he handles the pressure and physicality in the league. So it'll be close. It'll be interesting. Got up to 74 likes. We're still looking to get to 100, folks. Come on. Help me out. Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100 likes.
Can I ban Hammer?
No. It's kind of a ridiculous thing to ban Hammer over.
I was just tired of listening to him.
Ugh.
You know I like it.
It's too much sometimes, Cool. Oh, you just disliked Tacoma. Why'd you dislike? Tell me why. Why did you dislike the video?
Because he doesn't agree with our analysis of Keaton Wagler or Braylon Mullins.
It's Taco? Well, if you're going to dislike the video, then I don't really care to get your name right. Mike Smith says Illinois sucks. UConn should be up 11. Illinois does not suck. They just can't buy a shot right now. Nice eyebrows. Thank you.
Some luscious brows, man.
Yeah.
Get them plucked or what?
Yeah. Not actually in a while. How about this, Coop? Dusty May is sitting courtside watching this game. You find that a little odd?
No, for the first half, that doesn't shock me at all.
Second time in the last 5 years he's been to the Final Four. Was just back in 2023 with FAU. Lost that heartbreaking buzzer beater to San Diego State. Lamont Butler with the midi. And then UConn railed him in the championship game. Solo ball! Rattles home a triple. And now UConn opens up a 7-point lead. It's a 10-2 run for the Huskies over the last 2 minutes. That's a big-time development for UConn. If they can get solo ball going, that really opens up their offensive game. Stojakovic driving in, can't bank it home. Ball tipped around inside, loose, tracked down by Malachi Smith.
We haven't seen a lot of Malachi Smith in this game.
No, got 2 fouls early, sat down. They're going to try to get him some run here before the first half concludes. Caravan, open corner 3. It's good! And just like that, UConn up 10. Boy, they can hit you in a hurry, Coop.
It's a 10-point game in a blink of an eye. They were down 1 at 22-21, and here they are on a 13-1 run.
Ivicic with a much-needed response knocks down the left wing 3. Second triple of the night as Illinois looks to hang on here and regroup at the half. Minute 40 to go, 34-27. Reed, handoff, solo ball, elbow pull-up, way off. Man, he's been really off with his shot tonight. Wagler, pick and pop. Ivicic just made one. Can't make that one. Board, tipped out, loose. Caravan, bodies hit the deck, goes out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Illinois. Off Caravan last. Hurley not happy. Remember, you can challenge out-of-bounds calls in college basketball this year. It was a close bang-bang out-of-bounds whistle. It does not look like UConn will call a timeout and challenge. So we'll stay with Illinois.
I think that's a smart move. No need to challenge at this juncture.
Davis back in for Illinois. Substitutions for UConn, Demery and Jaden Ross back in. Wagler just dribbled it off his foot. Turnover. Silas Demery with the defense. Wagler tried to turn the corner, couldn't do it, lost his footing, and dribbled it out of bounds. Second turnover on Illinois. UConn still with 0. That's impressive. 19 minutes of play, no turnovers. Hurley, very happy with that. You can bet that.
He's never happy.
Never happy. I think that's the one time he'd be happy in the middle of a game. Mullins, deep three. Banks it home. It's open on a Saturday night. Braylon Mullins that's living right. 10-point lead for the Huskies. 37-27. Seventh first half three for Connecticut. Wagler to the rim. Banks it home.
Move. Deceleration right there in the lane. That's what Wagler really needs to be good at to excel at the next level.
Finishing around the rim. He uses that glass really well,
He
like
does.
I mentioned.
And especially that deceleration move.
Shot clock turned off with 12 seconds to go. UConn will take at least an 8-point lead into the break. Under 10. Demery at the free throw line. Drop off. Jaden Ross blocked, but it'll be a jump ball. What a rejection. It was Cross. And you know what? I don't think UConn's going to be that upset by a jump ball there because you got 2 seconds to play, 2.9 for Illinois here, and that gives UConn a full possession to start the second half rather than 2.9 on the baseline here. Cross, half quarter, good if it goes. It won't. That's halftime in our opening matchup in the Final Four. UConn leads 37-29.
That's a hell of a first half.
What do you make of that first half, Coop?
Look, I think both teams came out with I feel like a different mentality. Like UConn was ready. I don't think Illinois was ready. Illinois settled in the game to take the lead at 22-21. Then UConn goes on a huge run and gets up by as much as 10 at 34-24. But it's been a game of runs. I think Illinois hasn't gotten their three-point shot to fall for the most part, and they're trying. I think they're trying to force it a little bit too much now. I really do like what I've seen from Wagler. I think he's being super aggressive, picking his spots, getting to the rim. He's missed a couple of not wide open, but a couple of three-point shots you would hope that he'd make. And at the end of the day, I think UConn has just done a little bit more to have this 8-point lead. Look, they haven't turned the ball over once in 20 minutes of play. That doesn't count as a turnover, correct? The jump ball?
That's a good question.
I don't know if it does or not, but they haven't had a true turnover in 20 minutes of play, and they're really taking care of the ball. I think we need to see more from UConn's guards here in the second half, but overall, I do think it was a really well-played first half here. You just need Illinois to knock down their perimeter shots here and get themselves back in.
It does not count as a turnover. It counts as a block shot, though.
Okay, interesting.
So it's like a block shot jump ball. If it was like one of those ones where like Caravan like tied up Wagler and it went the other way, that's where I think it would be a turnover jump ball because it was technically stolen, right? So that's kind of how I envision that there.
Keaton Wagler leading Illinois scorers with 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting. He's also got 6 rebounds.
Yeah, UConn's got 2 players in double figures. Braylon Mullins, the true freshman, with 12 points. He's 3 of 5 from deep, including that one he just banked in. 4 of 8 total from the field. Terrace Reed, the big man inside, with 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting. He's got 5 boards. 2 of them offensive, and both offensive rebounds, Coop. One was a offensive rebound right back up with it and one, and the other one resulted in a kick-out 3. So big-time offensive rebounds there by Reed. He's been the difference in this one, I think, Coop, because although it's still a game that's manageable for Illinois, it's an 8-point game, Reed's ability to get good looks inside and create second chance opportunities can't be understated in that first 20 minutes.
Absolutely, yeah. He's been the X factor there for the UConn Huskies, and I'd expect more of that to continue in the second half. Hopefully he'll be as assertive as he was in the first half, keep working it inside, and then if he is causing havoc in the paint. You kick it out to Braylon Mullins, you kick it out to Alex Karaban, they'll knock down shots. And that's how UConn is going to win this game.
Yeah, you look at the team stats here. UConn shooting 14 of 34, Illinois 10 of 29. That's 41% compared to 34%. But the real difference here is, Coop, is the three-point shooting. UConn is 7 of 18. They're shooting 39% from three. Illinois, a brutal 21% on 3 of 14.
Difference in the game.
And coming into this one, Coop, when we talked about the keys to victory for each team, I said the only way that UConn wins this game, I wouldn't say the only way, but I said the easiest way UConn wins this game is out shooting them from three. Because I said Illinois, they've got the size advantage, they've got the rebounding. They're rebounding UConn, out-rebounding, I should say, 22 to 18. Illinois has 6 offensive rebounds compared to UConn's 4. So they're winning the battle on the glass, which is what I expected. But in order for UConn to make up that difference and more, not being the more talented, not being the bigger, more physical team, they were going to have to out-execute them and hit their shots when they get them from deep that are open. And they've done that for the most part. They started out hot. They got into a 5.5-minute scoring drought, but then they ended that last 4.5 minutes on an absolute heater, making everything they could look at, which is how they went from up 18-9 to down 22-21 to then they finished that half, Coop, on a 16-7 run.
Yeah, it's been a game of runs. The first third of the game was UConn's. The second third of the game was Illinois', and then the final third was UConn's, and that's why they end up having an 8-point lead here at the half. So I do think that UConn, if they're able to continue how they played, be more aggressive with Reed in the paint, then I think they're going to come away with the win here.
Coop, you want to put up a quick timer? 16 minutes.
I would love to.
That is until the second half gets started, because I'd just be curious to keep an eye on it.
Got a lot of Mavs fans in the chat.
Yeah, we do. You tweeted it out. You retweeted it.
I retweeted it. We got some Mavs fans here in the chat. Shout out my guy, Rashard Lee, who's always in the Mavericks Today chat. Appreciate him.
Yeah.
We haven't had a lot to cheer about this year.
Oh, you have not. How about that 51-point game from Flag yesterday, though?
And I think it is disgusting
What
and
they did after the game.
You can't do that.
That's bad, man.
You think it's bad as well?
Oh, of course I do.
I'm getting flamed on Twitter saying that they should let him celebrate like that. I think that's a joke.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
No, you can't water bottle celebration.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, man, let them play, let them have their fun. I completely disagree. That is instilling loser culture. So I don't care that he's the.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a historic performance by a 19-year-old player, whatever.
Instilling loser culture.
If you do not win the game, that is celebrating losing.
Correct. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I think it's a joke.
Gross. New live poll, 81% say UConn. So people are taking advantage of the 8-point advantage that the Huskies hold.
Should we live Illinois?
No. Now, Coop, if Illinois comes back and wins this game, how do they do that?
I think Keaton Wagler, number one, has to take over and be the best player on the court, and they have to start making their threes. I think that's as simple as it gets, and continue to be aggressive, because I've liked how they've played that part of the game so far. Continue to get to the rim, continue to get fouled, and get to the free throw line. But they've got to start making their three-pointers.
It's not as simple as that, but it is, because what you've seen in this game, and unfortunately we don't have the rights to the video, so we can't chalkboard this for you. But I'll use this board. How about that?
Rolly hoops?
Rolly hoops. So what Illinois is doing, folks, is that they are getting, and say this is the top of the key here, they are getting Keaton Wagler, their point guard, ball handler, ball screen pick and roll at the top of the key. So they're bringing either David Mirkovic, they're either bringing Ivasic to set a screen. And what they know, and what happens, is UConn hedges everything. So as Wagler tries to come over the screen, that big, whether it be Terrace Reed, Reba, or Alex Karaban, they hedge. But when you hedge out there, if Wagler back dribbles and then the screener slips out, you could get a pick and pop. And we've seen Mirkovic left alone from 3 on those pick and pops twice. He's 0 for 2. Ivicic, Tomislav, has gotten 4 open 3-pointers on that same exact pick and pop action. He's 2 for 4. So he's shooting a above average clip. But as they do that more as the second half goes on, they need to be able to knock down those threes and penalize UConn for being so aggressive in the way they hedge those balls.
Absolutely.
They don't stand a chance if they don't make them pay from deep, and that was the issue the first time these two teams matched up. Remember, we said it off the top. These two teams played on November 28th in Madison Square Garden. Neutral site game. UConn was ranked 5th in the country. Illinois was ranked 13th at the time. UConn won 74-61. Illinois shot sub 35% as a team from 3 in that game. If you are not able to make UConn pay for hedging so hard on the ball screens, you do not stand a chance.
How much of that game do you think these coaches looked at and it's like, okay, we're going to do this differently, we're going to do that differently?
I think you look at how UConn defended you if you're Illinois, and I almost think that's the only thing you could take from it. Because as I noted, Keenan Wagler is Illinois' best player now. In that first matchup,
he only played
14 minutes and scored 3 points.
Yep.
Like, Wagler was starting, but he just wasn't as prominent as a player in that game and at that point in the season. So it's not the same. The way these two teams play are way differently now. You're just seeing a more well-coached, a more well-experienced team early in this one, working with the ebbs and flows, not worrying when Illinois goes on a run. Illinois takes their first lead of the game on a 13-3 run. What does UConn do? They respond with a 16-7 run. So it's just certainly a matchup here where you believe that the Huskies, with the experience, the coaching, and the shot making that they have, and the 3-point shooting specifically, if as long as they don't go ice cold in the second half, I imagine they hold on to this lead.
I think Illinois is going to need somebody else other than Wagler as well to start making shots, whether it's one of the two brothers, whether it's the other big man. Like, they're going to have to find someone else to start knocking down some things to take a little pressure off of Wagler as well.
Yeah. We got 10 minutes and change until the second half gets underway in Indianapolis. Coop, how about this? Flash our Super Chat menu. We'll do half off halftime for the last 10.5 minutes. So any Super Chat, you claim your squad. We've really only got Super Chats from Illinois fans. So if you're a UConn fan out there, well, you're not being represented well here on the stream.
Throw them in.
$10. We haven't had an opportunity to do or spin our shot wheel, Coop. $50 beer bong, but guess what? We're doing $5 spin wheel shots. We're doing $20 beer bongs. And if we get to $50 during the halftime, we'll do a beer bong.
Let's do it. Saturday night.
Saturday night. We're coming at you from Dallas, Texas. Don't know where you guys are coming.
About a mile away from the site of the women's 2030 Final Four.
What'd you say?
The women's 2030 Final Four. American Airlines Center, Dallas, Texas.
Well, the Final Four is also coming to Dallas, or I guess Arlington. What, in 2028?
28, I believe, yes.
28, 29?
Or maybe that's 2030.
Even if I could get tickets and I was still in the city of Dallas at that time, I've always said, like, I don't know if I want to go.
Unless you're in a really good vantage point, it is better on TV.
I would be intrigued to go to all of the events, like the pregame shows.
The practices.
Not even that. Like, I'm like the pregame shows. I would be fascinated with that.
So I went when the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 were here and when the Final Four was here. It's really cool. It's just a very different basketball experience.
Yeah. You think we could get credentialed for the Final Four?
Yeah, we could.
Be sick.
It'd be awesome.
I'd go to the game and cover it for us.
You would not be able to see anything from where you'd be sitting.
How far would they have you up?
In the press box. Far.
Oh, really?
Real far.
Learn something new every day. Super Chat menus half off during halftime. We still got another 8 minutes and About 20 seconds if you could lower the timer. I don't know if you can, but or if you want to reset it just to 8 here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bang. Good timing. Oh my God, it's actually synced up perfectly.
You like that?
Yeah, look at it.
Oh, that's sick.
We got it perfectly. Chills. Chills. All right, so we talked about how Illinois gets back in the game, Coop. How does UConn stay in the lead and get to their third championship appearance in 4 years?
Honestly, I don't think they need to change too much from what they've been doing. I think they need to continue to be physical inside with Reed, continue to take care of the basketball, which they did the entire first half to the tune of 0 turnovers. And look, they need a little bit better guard play from whether it's solo ball or what's his face, Smith?
Silas Demery.
Yeah, Silas, yes. But they need to continue that, and then as well, just keep rebounding the basketball. They're rebounding really well on the defensive end as well. Continue that, they'll be playing Monday night.
So what's interesting to me is UConn's up 8, right? And you're getting really good performances from Terrace Reed Jr., Braylon Mullins, and Jaden Ross off the bench. If you told a UConn fan, Coop, and I will guarantee this, you tell a UConn fan coming into this game that at halftime, Alex Carabin, Silas Demery, and Solo Ball would have a combined 8 points on 3 of 13 shooting, I think every UConn fan would say, oh, we're down 7.
Absolutely they would.
So the fact that Carabin is 1 for 4, Demery is 1 for 5, and then Solo Ball is 1 for 4 shooting, those are 3 of their more experienced, reliable, veteran, high scoring guys. Solo Ball averages 13 points. Carabin averages about 11, 12. Demery about 10 or 11. And these guys are putting up borderline stinkers in the first half, but they still are up 8 because of their defense, and then you're getting those big-time plays from Reed and Mullins. If you're talking about how UConn stays in the lead and wins this game, to me it's all about defense because the offense, they're getting good looks. For a little bit, they got kind of put into a rigid moment, but for the most part, they're executing their offense. UConn just has to be able to keep Wagler and then Stojakovic, when he comes off the bench, out of the paint.
Yep, exactly.
If they are able to say, hey, we're not going to allow Wagler to get 2 feet in the paint, we're not going to allow Stojakovic to get 2 feet in the paint, well, then Illinois becomes a jump shooting team. And they're capable of winning games by knocking down shots from deep, but it just makes it incredibly more difficult for them because Illinois likes to get to the rim. They like to put pressure on you. They like to wear you down physically. And then when you are tired, offensive rebound, kick out threes, good night. But UConn, they've got to be able to stay walled up defensively and not allow the dribble penetration. They've done a good job early. Can they continue to do that?
You couldn't have said it better than that. That's how UConn ends up winning the game. And they're so good in half-court offense as well that if they can slow down the game and just play their game, they're going to win. They know how to hold on to a lead. Second half action coming up here in just about 4 minutes.
Still about 4 minutes to go until halftime. Subscribe if you haven't already. All right. I know we've pushed the likes a lot here, Coop. Coop, tell them what we're going to do if we don't get to 100 likes before the second half starts.
I can't tell them that.
It's because we're shutting the stream down.
Exactly. We quite literally will just shut the stream down if we don't get there. So our boss has told us it's not worth it.
I mean, listen, we're live here for free on a Saturday night, broadcasting the Final Four. We appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with us. We got to get to 100 likes.
We could be at the Donkey.
We could. I actually was invited about 5 minutes before we went live. And I was like, oh, I'm actually working. but we got to get 200 likes. Like, all jokes aside, like, come on, guys. Like, let's go. I'm actually starting to get pissed. We're 7 likes away from 100. We got 2.5 minutes to get there.
$24.
3 likes away.
Come on.
Is it just me, or does this feel like this game is going by really quickly? I don't know. We've been live for an hour 26.
Game started 5:09.
It started pretty much on time. I just feel as like,
that's a little ahead of schedule.
I know college basketball goes a little bit like the games are not as long; they're like 2 hours.
But it's a longer halftime as well. It's 20 minutes.
20 minutes instead of the normal like 15, 16 during the season. I still feel as if like this game, like I'm surprised that we're getting into the second half so like in 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's a little ahead of schedule, I'd say. Again, when it's a clean game for the most part, that's kind of what happens.
Right. Right. Wild, man.
Kumar Rocker, 2 runs at the top of the first. He fucking sucks.
Mets won last night, but Juan Soto, calf strain.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So he's probably
4 to 6.
There's so they said it's a minor strain in his calf. Going to be day by day, no decision IL yet. But if I know my Metropolitans, he won't play until May. So that's great. All right, we're about a minute away from getting started in this second half between UConn and Illinois. We did cross 100 likes, so appreciate everybody for hitting that thumbs up icon. We're almost at 500 people watching. Awesome stuff. Excited for this second half. Excited to see what transpires through the rest of the night in Indianapolis, not only in this game, Coop, but Arizona, Michigan, which I would say 95% of the country, if you're not a fan of Illinois, UConn, Arizona, or Michigan, if you're a basic
Heavy
watcher,
weight
95% of the people would probably say they're more excited for the Arizona-Michigan game. I would probably agree with that as well. Although this has been a great game so far.
Arizona-Michigan might be one of the best college basketball games we've seen in the 2020s.
I don't want to downplay how good UConn and Illinois are because they are certainly capable of winning a national championship. That's how good these teams are. But it is hard for me to really actually believe these two teams could beat Arizona or Michigan on Monday night.
What if they just beat the crap out of each other?
Well, that was the one thing. It was like that Arizona Michigan might be such a big-time heavyweight crazy game that it's like almost, wow, just got a sigh of relief.
Exactly.
Winning, we're battered and bruised, and then the other team is just a little bit more fresh. Like, could you see UConn blitzing Arizona or Michigan on Monday if they hold on to win this game by like double digits in the second half? Wouldn't surprise me.
Kind of see it.
It wouldn't surprise me. All right, 520 people watching as we get set to start the second half action. UConn has possession, so they will start the second half with the ball, leading by 8. Who you got? UConn, Illinois. Let me know. We're back. We've seen some 2-3 zone from Illinois. We'll see how often they go to that defensively here. They get into Terrace Reed early, kick out, solo ball, open 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Caravan fouled on the putback attempt. If you are a Connecticut fan or you're on that side of the aisle in this game, seeing Caravan get on the glass and draw an early foul and head to the charity stripe is probably as good of a start to the second half as you could have asked for.
They could open up a 10-point lead here.
Would have liked to see Solo Bowl hit the open 3, considering how much he struggled with his shot today. But that is as probably good of a different result as you could have got. Caravan rattles home the free throw. UConn's led by 10 a couple times in that first half. Chance to get up by 10 for the first time here in half number 2. What if UConn did win the Natty this year? It'd be 3 championships
3 and 4
for Karaban.
Greatest college basketball player ever?
It would be one of the
Kareem,
greatest
him and Kareem.
College basketball players that no one will talk about.
Yeah.
Because no one talks about Karaban being an elite college basketball player. But if he wins his 3rd title in 4 years, how could you not bring him up with the greats?
No, absolutely.
Even though he's not an 18, 20 point per game scorer, he's just
inarguable.
A winner. I tell you what, Illinois just got away with a legal screen on Mirkovic. Would have been his 3rd foul. Instead, it'll be Keaton Wagler heading the line for 2. Wagler hits the first free throw. Wagler makes both. So both teams trade 2 free throws on their opening possessions of this second half. Illinois going to throw a different look at UConn here. A little full court press. And they back it up. Nothing serious. Demery gets a screen from Reed. They're daring Demery to shoot it. He will. And he hits. If he's able to knock down threes and force Illinois' defense to really get up into them, they're in trouble. Largest lead of the night for the Huskies. Wagler working with Mirkovic in that pick and the roll we talked about at halftime. Wagler inside, absorbs contact and gets the roll with the friendly 6-foot floater. Wagler with quick 4 points in the second half.
It's what Illinois needs if they're going to stay in it.
And he's got to be the one who gets the paint touches, the dribble penetration, forcing that UConn defense to collapse. Mullins on a curl. Open left wing 3. Too strong there. Reed's tip-in doesn't fall. Illinois secures the rebound. They have Mirkovic inside. He gets position on Mullins, but they say a foul on the floor.
I don't know about that one,
The Illini faithful can't be too happy about that. That is not a challengeable call in college. You could only challenge out of bounds. Mirkovic almost lost the handle there. 12 on the shot clock. Picks up his dribble. 10 to go. Nothing's going for this Illinois possession. Now the ball's tipped out of bounds. So Illinois a little out of sync on this half-court set. They've got 6 on their shot clock. Four on the shot clock. Oh! I tell you what. They just called Terrace Reed for a ticky-tack foul out on the perimeter guarding Wagler. I hate that. I think that's the officials kind of putting themselves in this game. That was no foul. It's the 3rd already on Connecticut in the first 2.5 minutes of this second half. Wagler hounded by Demery, loses the handle. Ball goes to the floor. It is stolen by Demery. Karaban in transition to the rim. A foul on Mirkovic. And if you're a Illinois fan, you're not going to be happy with that call. So back-to-back whistles on both ends that both fan bases probably not thrilled with. That's also the 3rd foul on Mirkovic. Yeah, there's no foul there. That's unbelievable. Oh, that is maybe one of the worst foul calls I have seen in some time.
And you cannot challenge foul calls in college basketball. That's just bad.
That is really bad. As Karaban makes the first free throw, puts UConn back up by 10.
The ball lied.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Karaban makes the pair. Demery really hounding Wagler as he crosses the timeline. And then they're going to call foul. Like, these officials kind of suck, dude.
I mean, we're going ticky-tack now in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half.
It's not like this is some overly physical game that they want to get a handle on. No, they're just inserting themselves into this game for no reason. These officials have been frustrating. Mirkovic backing down. Oh, he dribbles it off his foot. Another turnover for Illinois. UConn out and running. Demery leading the charge. They'll find the trailing solo ball, and now they get into a half-court set. Ball, pull-up three, way off. He's been terrible. Mirkovic, left wing three, connects! Oh boy, did Illinois need that one. Fifth point of the game for Mirkovic. 4-3 for Illinois as a team tonight. Ball tries to get it inside the read. Ivasic is able to knock it out of bounds. And we'll have it baseline for UConn. 11 seconds to go on this shot clock. As Andrei Stojakovic checks in for Davis. Davis has really been a non-factor in this one. He could be an X-factor as a three-point shooter, but he hasn't even really been given one good look tonight.
Feels like an early sub.
Yeah, I mean, Stojakovic, he's one of the better players, even though he comes off the bench. He's got to be on there. Mullins with a drive, baseline floater, a miss for Mullins. Second time he's tried that little baseline runner, and both misses have missed pretty poorly. How about Illinois? 2 of 2 from the field this half. They just haven't got up shots. A couple turnovers. Mirkovic backing down, swinging. Ivasic left alone from three. In and out. Mullins with the rebound. Finds his outlet. Demery up ahead to solo ball. Right wing three. Oh, it's good. Teach tape. Ball never hit the deck. And the ball finds solo ball's hands. Silas Demery on triple-double watch. 5.7 boards, 6 assists. The transfer from Georgia, he's been an instant impact guy for Hurley and the Huskies this year. Oh, a turnover. Mullins with a steal. A little pirouette spin. Coast to coast. Oh, but he misses the layup. What a highlight that would have been. Illinois has numbers if they push. Stojakovic tripped up by Mullins, and we'll have a foul. It is already the 5th on UConn. So Illinois close to the bonus here early in this second half. We'll head to the under 16 timeout. Huskies lead 47-36. Thoughts on the first 4 minutes plus in this second half?
I was trying to gather my thoughts here. Look, UConn ends up a +1 in the first sector of this second half. I'm not sure they've played.
+3.
Yeah, +3. You're right. Math off. They've played. I don't know if they've played at a +3 rate. Like, Illinois turned it over a couple times. They haven't gotten many field goal attempts up. But the refs have played a little ticky-tack as well. Been some soft calls in there. And then UConn's forcing the issue on defense, putting a little ball pressure on there, forcing a turnover. If Braylon Mullins finishes that coast to coast, I mean,
that would have been quite a clip. The steal, the spin, the up and under. Unable to get it to go, unfortunately. Unfortunate there. Over 400 people watching. If you have not already, hit that sub button. Like I said, we'll be live. Separate stream, but it'll still be me and Coop live for Arizona, Michigan.
Take a 15, 20-minute break.
Tonight.
We'll be back.
Yeah, there's going to be, a 35-minute difference between games?
Yeah,
they say 30 usually, but I'll add 5 minutes for buffer time. So as soon as this game ends, we'll sign off after a couple minutes, take a 15, 20-minute break, and then go back live 5-10 minutes before tip-off of Arizona, Michigan. So subscribe today. We'll be live for the National Championship on Monday. That will be Tyler Smith and Coop. I will not be live on Monday night, but we appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for hitting that thumbs up icon, subscribing.
Been a real interactive chat today.
Yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a good one.
Happy Easter to you as well, Riley Shea.
Oh, man. I know it's not college basketball related, Coop, but did you see that Wemby-Jokic duel earlier today?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll go look it up.
Denver won 136-134. Jokic had 40, 13, and 8. Wemby had 34, 18, and 7. Game went to OT.
Is Wemby top 5?
I don't know if I'd go that far yet, because he's actually he's had some unreal games and moments, but he hasn't consistently put up big numbers.
Yeah, fair.
Obviously really good, folks, if you're an NBA fan. But I know points don't matter. He averages 24.7, 11.5. It's good, but it's not like it's gaudy big-time numbers. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. Back in action. That foul on Braylon Mullins, it was his third, so keep an eye there. Jaden Ross in for Mullins after that little break in the action. Boswell attacking inside, up and under, bank shot. Can't stick. Boy, it wanted to, but just fell out. Huskies have an 11-point lead. They've had it a couple times in the second half, largest of the night. And a foul will be called on Stojakovic, 40 feet from the basket, third of the half on Illinois. So fouls starting to mount on both sides.
And this is what I did not want in this half, was just a foul fest.
Well, you got a little bit of this in the...
Bill Murray's everywhere.
Yeah, this facial hair he's had this entire tournament run has been disgusting.
He's a UConn guy, correct?
Oh, massive.
And a Cubs fan as well.
He's worn the same Cubs hat for every game this tournament. Seriously, he wears that same Cubs hat. Karaban off a curl inside. Fouled. Couldn't put home a slam. Would have been a poster highlight. But the fourth-year senior and multi-time national champion will head back to the charity stripe for the second time this half with a chance to give UConn its largest lead of the game. But once again, Coop, that's now the fourth foul in Illinois, so both teams inching closer and closer to the bonus.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of free throws shot in this second half, given how this... And that one was a clear foul, obviously.
Yeah, you got hit on the arm going up there.
But given how this is being adjudicated by the officials, we're going to see a lot of free throws.
13-point Husky lead. This is danger zone for Illinois. The experience of UConn and Danny Hurley showing. How about this? Largest deficit Illinois faced all season. Stojakovic to the rim, lefty layup, gets it to go. Illinois needed that one. But
nice move by Andre there.
Yeah, right now it's all about defense. Can Illinois stack stops? Can they stack stops? Karaban curling three. Good look. No good. But a foul is going to be called on Illinois. It's Stojakovic again. Jaden Ross had position inside for the rebound, and Stojakovic gave him a little shove in the back. So in the first 5 minutes and 40 seconds of this half, Coop, each team 5 fouls. And that is clearly a foul.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Ross was there for the rebound, and Stojakovic just tried to get away with a subtle shove. Couldn't. Solo ball, attacking, kicking. Demery, open corner three, way off. Foul, no whistle. I thought there was. Rebound Stojakovic. He's out in transition. Barrels into a body. People go flying. No whistle. Ball can't fall in the rim. Chaos in Indianapolis. And UConn comes away with it. Wow. What a sequence, Coop.
That was crazy. I've never seen a ball stay on that for 3 seconds.
I'm shocked no whistle, by the way. Bodies went crashing.
Yeah. They let it go there.
Maybe the officials changing their tone here. Well, we'll have a foul there as Jaden Ross is called for an illegal screen. It'll be a turnover and the 6th foul on UConn. So Illinois in the bonus the rest of the way. How does this not fall?
No, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. How doesn't that go?
That's one of those ones where it just like feels like not your night if that doesn't go in. That UConn turnover was their first of the night. 27 minutes of play before the first turnover, Coop.
Mr. Hurley will be happy about that.
Yeah. Ivicic, top of the screen. You've seen a lot of Tomislav, not a lot of Z tonight. Wagler, 8 on the shot clock. Gets a screen. Pull up 3. No good. Rebound falls to Davis in the corner. Second opportunity for the Illini.
Take it to the rim.
They post up Ivicic inside, backs down on Karaban, spins to his left hand, and gets it to go. That's his strong hand, Coop.
That was a really nice move against the smaller Karaban there.
Illini faithful making noise here as the lead is down to 9. Solo ball, top of the key triple. Gets the roll! Oh, my. Second 3 of the half for Solo Ball. He's up to 9 points, Coop.
They needed a big second half from him. So far, he's delivering.
10-3 for the Huskies. Stojakovic to the rack. Can't finish. Reed with the rebound. UConn has numbers if they push. Oh, but how about Solo Ball turning it over? Jake Davis with the foul, and he'll go to the line. What a play by Davis. Not only stopping a 5-on-4, but getting the steal and then getting to the charity stripe.
Getting some sloppier basketball here in the second half on both ends of the floor.
Davis makes the first. Tomislav Ivicic will get a break. His brother Z Ivicic will check in. Rebo will also come in. 12:06 to go. So pretty much after this free throw, next stoppage in play will be the under 12 timeout. So Hurley trying to steal some minutes here for Terrace Reed. Both free throws go. So it's a 10-point lead for UConn. 12 to play. Malachi Smith directing traffic. Finding Ball. They're going to call another offensive foul.
Hurley's incensed.
Well, because these officials have been just taking over this game. Hurley can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That was crazy.
Fouls on Ryba, illegal screen. That's his third. I don't believe illegal screens result in free throws the other way, though.
They do not. It's not a team foul, so it'll just be Illinois ball side out. And, yeah, they were trying to steal some minutes on the bench there for Reed, but with that being Ryba's third foul, I wonder if they just bring Reed right back in here after the timeout. Get him 3 to 4 minutes of real rest. It feels like this game's pretty close to being broken open.
So you think that if you had to say it's more closer to UConn breaking it open, Coop, or Illinois battling back, how would you respond to that?
I feel like it's closer to Illinois
coming back,
but it feels almost equally as close to if UConn makes 2 threes, like the game's over.
I mean, that is the funny thing about basketball. All it really takes here, it's a 10-point game. It's been back and forth pretty much this entire second half. All it takes is UConn to hit a 3, get a stop, hit a 3. It's a 16-point game with 10 to play, and it's like, all right, can the Illini really come back from this deficit? So it's interesting. Big couple minutes here. This little 3.5-minute stretch between the 11:55 mark and the under 8 timeout is going to mean a lot, Coop. It's going to mean a lot.
It absolutely will. I mean, the game is played in 4-minute sectors, and this is going to be like the biggest 4-minute sector of the season for Illinois, essentially.
And that's how you got to look at it if you're in that Illinois huddle and locker room. You're down 10. It's not too big of a lead to overcome, but you got to just take it by possession, 4-minute by 4-minute, and just kind of go from there. You got to go from there. That's how you got to do it. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon. Subscribe as well here to the Chat Sports. We have daily content. We're continuing to grow. NBA, NFL, college basketball, college football. We have you covered on every big topic in the sports world. So subscribe and join the channel today. And Super Chat menu as well. This is not the right one, Mr. Coop. Any Super Chats greatly appreciated as we look to grow even more, do more opportunities. Masters next weekend. How about it?
How chills is that? Early pool pick?
Give me Hideki Matsuyama.
Which would be his second.
It would. I think he's been in good form. And if he could get that driver down consistently, I think he could play well.
Did my guy Hisatoon qualify?
Good question. I actually don't know the answer to that. I think so. He's been like top 10 a lot this year. So he might be top 50 in the world. All right, we're back in action. Stojakovic to the rim. Can't finish. That ball hit him. Yeah.
He was out of bounds.
Humorcross was out of bounds when that ball hit him. So going back to UConn, 3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for the Huskies after not having a turnover in their first 39 possessions, Coop.
That will incense the head coach of the UConn Huskies.
Reba stays in with those 3 fouls. They will wait to bring Reed back into the fold here. Malachi Smith been quiet tonight. Finds ball with a nice pump fake, pull-up elbow jumper. Gets the friendly roll. I mean, Solo Ball's had a couple, though. One hit the back rim up in the air and in, and then that roll there, he's living lavishly in Indianapolis.
The shooter's bounce for Solo Ball.
Now up to 11 points for the lefty. Wagler getting hounded by Malachi Smith, and they're going to call foul. I mean, they're like, be honest, like, are these really fouls?
Let the game flow a little bit.
Let the game flow, correct, Coop. They're trying to bow Wagler, and this is my main concern with Wagler as a prospect. I just don't think he handles physicality well.
Yeah, I mean, for his size, he really doesn't. You're right.
Like, he's fine when he's the aggressor.
Correct.
And he's getting into you and able to absorb the contact and finish. But if you are the one being the aggressor defensively, I just don't think he has the athleticism and elite dribble package to really have the counters for your up-close, physical, aggressive defense.
I do think that's something that can be taught if he gets into the right team with the right developmental coach and he can develop that package. But you're right. I mean, as of right now, that certainly is a shortcoming.
Wagler splits the pair at the line, so the lead stays at 11 for the Huskies. Illinois 11 of 15 at the charity stripe. UConn 8 of 8. 10.5 to play here in our first national semifinal game. Right to play for the title Monday night. Jalen Stewart, corner 3, air ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Solo Ball. Foul trouble mounting up for a couple sides here. 3 fouls on Malachi Smith, Reba, Braylon Mullins. The only person in foul trouble for Illinois, really David Murkovic. He's got 3. Everybody else has 2 or less, which 2 or less at this point in the game means nothing. Wagler defended by Ross. Ross is a lengthy defender. Not as aggressive, but he's got length that could really give Wagler issues. Murkovic swings at the Ivisic. Wagler now, doubled. Nowhere to go. Finds Ivisic. He has 2 threes tonight. Rims out on the third, and then an over-the-back call on Davis. That's the 6th foul on Illinois, and we'll have free throws the rest of the way for the Huskies. How about this? Dan Hurley in the NCAA tournament is 19-5. That is the
good.
second best record in terms of win percentage by a head coach in the NCAA tournament, minimum 20 games. How about this as well? Because they won back-to-back national title games, UConn, if they make it to the Sweet 16, they haven't lost in their last 12 games, dating back to their national championship in the early 2010s.
Unbelievable.
Because they either make it into the second weekend and win it, or they're out early, or they don't make it. Illinois' got to be careful here. Looking to come back from down 11. UConn's held them off for the most part. Hawkins, 3. Good! Just airballed a corner 3. No hesitation from the wing. That's Jalen Stewart, UConn, largest lead of the night at 14. Ivicic, backing down, gets to his left hand. Too easy for Ivicic over Reba. Yeah, how about this? 4 reserve players on the floor for UConn in the last 10 minutes of a Final Four game. And they still lead by 12. Illinois just can't cut into this deficit.
Everybody but solo ball.
UConn has the answers every time Illinois throws a punch. Malachi Smith got to make something happen. Drops. It's inside to Reba. Oh, Reba missing the layup inside. Boswell's been quiet. The veteran guard. Can he put his stamp on this game? Well, he'll go to the line. Malachi Smith called for a ticky-tack reach-in. That's his 4th foul. And we'll see 2 free throws here for Illinois as they look to cut it back to a 10-point game. 57-45.
I imagine Smith goes to the bench here.
Oh, yeah, Coop, you got to change the up top score and time or second half. Boswell makes the first free throw. As the starters for UConn sub back in, Reed, Caravan, Demery, Mullins. Stewart will stay out there for the Huskies. Boswell with 5 points in this one, 1 of 6 shooting. He now gets the lead back to 10 for the Huskies. And Illinois fans looking to get their boys fired up. They're on their feet. Every time Illinois maybe feels like they have some momentum, UConn has the answer. Caravan, curling 3. That one doesn't go. Illinois on a 4-0 spurt. Can they get it back to single digits with a bucket this possession? Ivicic, left alone, backing down, gets to his left hand. Reed with the, they call a foul. I don't know about that one, folks. I feel like I've said that a lot. These officials have been horrible.
There's been some questionable calls in this second half. Let's see this one.
Oh, yeah, yep. He got him.
Across the arm.
Got him.
It's Reed's third.
Ivicic makes the first free throw, and it's back to a single-digit game.
Stop and score for Illinois here.
Ivicic makes both, 57-49. We're all even in half number 2, Coop. Remember, UConn led by 8 at the break. Illinois faithful on their feet, standing and making noise, but just a awful, awful foul by Boswell. What are you doing? If I was an Illinois fan, I would be beside myself. 90 feet from the basket, just clearly bodies up and reaches in. Foul. Free throws, 1-1 coming for UConn. We're heading to the under 8 timeout here in the second half.
You simply just can't do that, especially when your team has momentum like that.
What is he doing?
That's not good.
Just a ridiculous, ridiculous foul. My goodness, my goodness. Coop, does Illinois have a run into him late in this year?
I think they've got
Or this game?
I think they've got one more push in them. Is it enough? I don't know.
I still think UConn holds on.
I think UConn holds on, but I don't think Illinois is done yet. Now, UConn will be heading to the charity stripe here out of the under 8.
Who was fouled? I didn't even see. Was it Demery?
I believe it was.
Let's look at the play-by-play here. Foul on Boswell. They don't say who he fouled, though. So I think it is Demery, though. The Georgia transfer will head to the line for a 1-1. We got 432 people watching. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us here today. You know what? For the rest of the game, Coop, I'll do $10 shots. Why not?
Why not?
Let's have a party on a Saturday night. I got the Patron with me. $10 shots rest of the way. $10 shots the rest of the way. How about it? Let's have some fun here on a Saturday night.
Be very fascinated to see how Illinois comes out of this timeout. You obviously have the pair of free throws for UConn coming up. And then what does Illinois do to change their tune on the offensive end?
Yeah, Illinois just has had a hard time getting consistent open looks.
They really haven't gotten in rhythm.
Yeah, they're 4 of 18 from 3. I didn't even know they took that many threes because I feel like they've been just mostly trying to work it inside.
Just 2 assists in today's game as well.
Yeah. Yeah, UConn shooting really well from 3 tonight. 11 of 29. That's 37.9% as a team. And it will be Silas Demery at the line for a 1-1. UConn's made 11 threes tonight, tied for most in school history for free throws in a tournament game. And Demery misses the first free throw, so Illinois can draw even closer.
Got to take advantage here.
That's a missed opportunity for Demery and the Huskies, man. Ivicic has really been the focal point of Illinois' offense lately. They get it to him on the low block again. Spins to his right hand this time. Comes up short. That's his offhand. He's a left-handed player. Reed with the rebound. Demery back the other way. And UConn settles into their half-court set and starts to get into their action. Stewart. 3. Strong. Mullins rebound. Kick out. UConn resets.
It's a big rebound by
The
Mullins.
freshman getting things done on the glass. Both UConn and Illinois, 8 offensive rebounds today. They get it to Reed. He hasn't done much in the second half. Quick drive, right hook shot, couldn't fall. A rebound by Demery. He goes, a foul? Are you serious?
It was out of bounds off Illinois.
No, they called
No,
foul.
I know they did.
Yeah.
I want to see where the foul was.
That is an otherworldly bad call. And I don't know how many times I have to say it. These officials tonight in this UConn-Illinois game have been awful. It has been awful. So Illinois can draw within 2 scores here with a pair of free throws. 7 minutes flat to play in the second half of our first national semifinal game. Ivicic knocks down the first free throw. He's been crucial for them. In this second half, he's been their leading scorer, now up to 16 on the game after he makes this second free throw.
Got to continue to ride him.
And just like that, it's a 6-0 run here for Illinois, and it's a 6-point game.
Here come the Illini. Full court pressure here. Fake.
Could Illinois be planning a comeback to get to the national title game? Oh my God. It will be a turnover. No, it will stay with UConn. I thought that was off Demery's knee. It's an 8-0 run for Illinois. Like I've mentioned, UConn has had an answer all night long. They need one right here. Or the Illinois belief and hope will only continue to rise. Mullins, baseline drive. Turnaround jumper blocked. Gets his own rebound and then throws it away. I tell you what, everything coming up Illini here. Wagler sensing the moment. Can't get inside. Demery with the good defense. Ivicic now to inside. Lays it up, but can't get it to go. Reed with the rebound. And Dan Hurley is going to call timeout, sensing his team needs to get calmed down and they need a big set and big bucket out of the timeout.
I think that's a good timeout by
It is. It's not after momentum,
Correct.
so you don't give Illinois the feeling like, oh, we just made them call a timeout. But you're able to settle in. You know you have the ball, inbound it from the side, run a set, get a bucket, get a look, capitalize, get back up 2-3 scores.
The best coaches have feel for the game, and that's a good feel for the game moment from Dan Hurley. And as you mentioned in our pregame sector of the show, he's the best in the world at half-court sets. The best in the world, and they will find an open shot here.
I think we're set up for a pretty good final 6 minutes here, Coop.
I think so as well. We've got 500 people in the building. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon for us as we try to make this the biggest March Madness watch party there is.
Come on, hit that sub button, hit that like button. We appreciate everybody helping us out here, helping us grow.
6-point game with 6 minutes left. Let us know who you got as well. Type I for Illinois, U for UConn down in the comments. Live poll says UConn's going to hang on to win. I wonder if that'll start changing.
We're up for a good one. Who you got? You got Illinois or UConn winning this game? Type U for UConn, I for Illinois. We got Michigan, Arizona about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. I think I set the stream up for the next game at 7:45. That's like probably good timing.
Yeah, it should be.
Because this game probably ends, what, Coop? 7:20? 7:25, which we set up in 7:55, 8 o'clock start. I think that might be really work really well. We see UConn in the building. 64% of our live poll. How about we get a new poll as we get closer and closer to the game getting to the finish line? Who you got? Oh, I almost put the wrong teams. See what Hurley's got scripted out of the timeout. It's Mullins, Ross, Reed, Demery, and Caravan. It's on the floor. 8-0 run over the last 3 minutes for Illinois. No team has made a shot, though, in the last 3.5 minutes. It's been all free throws. Demery probing, gets to the rim. No good. I thought there was a lot of contact.
I did too.
How is there no foul there, but based off what we've seen this half? This is a very interesting couple minutes here. Can the Illini draw closer? Oh, Ivisic just throws it away. Mullins with the steal. Pitch ahead to Ross. Trailing Caravan. 3. No. And Illinois survives again. Nobody can buy a shot.
No field goals made in the last 4 minutes of play.
UConn went through a drought like this in the first half, but finished the half strong. Will they do it again here? Wagler getting no free airspace here in the second half. Ivisic pick and pop 3. Comes up short. Offensive rebound, Illinois. Stojakovic inside. Puts it up and in. We got a 4-point game. A 10-0 run for Illinois. And now Illinois will call a timeout. This game is actually starting to really piss me off.
It has come to a crawl here. Exactly 5 minutes remaining. UConn still up by 4. Illinois crawling back, though.
This game has really started to piss me off because it's getting really jagged. The officials have been very inconsistent on what is and what isn't a foul. And we have no flow. It feels like every 30 seconds there's a stoppage in the action. It's just terrible. There's no flow in this game. And when that happens, it's almost exhausting to a point.
I just ask for consistency. If you want to call it loose, call it loose. If you want to call it tight, call it tight. Just make sure it's the same every time down the court.
It's a quick timeout as we're already back in action. What's the point of promoting downloading the Final Four app halfway through the first game?
It's the NCAA.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, 57-53. UConn led as much as 14 in the second half. Well, guess what? Illinois is on a 10-0 run to make it a 4-point game. And now Illinois is putting out a press out of a timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Caravan gets it into Demery. And now Illinois will kind of fall back. It's not a real serious press. They just kind of wanted to force UConn in. I mean, UConn hasn't scored in 4.5 minutes.
It's unbelievable. 10-0 run and no field goals.
They've gotten good looks. Demery at the rim. Caravan trailing 3. Who's going to be the big-time shot maker? Reed, excellent position inside. Lefty hook shot, banks it home. They got Reed camped underneath in that restricted area. You give any post player the ball off the catch that close to the rim, the world's their oyster the way they can move it with the footwork.
Yeah,
Reed makes it look easy.
He was just in too deep there.
Wagler's been extremely quiet in this second half. He looks to insert himself into this game with a deep 3. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. No, saved, but right to UConn. And solo ball gets a transition slam. Big time play puts UConn up 8.
I have a feeling that might be the play.
Under 4, Mirkovic boxing inside. Lefty hook shot. No. Rebound, Iracross. Kicks it out. Demery with the steal. But he throws it away to solo ball. And Illinois retains possession after a wild back and forth. Wagler, deep 3. That misses again. Reed with the rebound. Pitch ahead to Ball. Ball in transition. Euro stepping to the rim. No good. And now Illinois has numbers as they push the other way. Wagler on the right wing will slow it down. And Illinois, with 3 minutes to play, sensing this is a big possession, down 8. Stojakovic at the elbow. Crossover. Irakaus, deep 3. Good! It's a 5-point game! Him across off the bench with a big-time triple. Second 3. Oh, they got to get this across half court. Does Mullins know it? It just does. 5-point UConn lead. They try to get it to Reed, and it will be a reach-in foul on Ivisic. He knew he got him. When we come back from the under 4 timeout, folks, it will be 2 free throws for the Huskies. Up 5. 2:46 to play. Winner goes to the national championship Monday night.
Absolute cinema. UConn heading to the free throw line to make it a 7-point game with 3 minutes to go. And it feels like Illinois at this point is just kind of jacking up threes.
Wagler settling for deep, bad shots. Can't happen.
I don't love how Wagler's played in this game.
No, like you see why, like the numbers are good.
I can see why people like him. I can see why people don't like him.
I mean, sure, it's a different story if the threes are falling. He's 1 of 7, but too many times is he relying on the 3. And listen, I'm sorry. I know he's a true freshman in the Final Four. Your point guard having 2 assists and 3 turnovers.
Not good enough.
This can't happen.
Not good enough.
Can't happen. Who you got? 600 people watching. 2:45 to play. U for UConn. I for Illinois. I've got UConn.
Yeah, I think
I
UConn's
picked them before the game. I'm going to stick with it. Reed isn't the most, consistent free throw shooter. Shoots it 59% from the line.
Oh, boy.
It's a 1-and-1. So you could see Illinois walk away with no issue here. Down 5 with the ball. These free throws will matter a ton. UConn missed the front end of a 1-on-1 earlier in this game, Coop. 600 people watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, folks. We're in sub-only mode as well, so you got to be subscribed to be able to vote in the live chat on UConn or Illinois. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about. Will the championship pedigree of Dan Hurley and the Huskies make it through another round? Or will Illinois, the Balkan Five, and Brad Underwood get to the title game?
Hurley's making north of 10 mil, right?
I don't know if it's that. I don't think it's that high.
He's got to be after this.
Probably. I know his buyout isn't that big.
No, it's not.
So.
He ain't leaving.
Be hard pressed. Be hard pressed. UConn has made 11 threes tonight. It is the tied for the school record in an NCAA tournament game. Me thinking they're going to break that record with a big 3 here late, Coop.
Yeah, I think they'll make at least one more here.
But as we mentioned, Terrace Reed, a 59.4% free throw shooter at the line for a 1-and-1, up 5, 2:46 to play. This is a big free throw. He's one at the line in the game. And he makes the first. That's a big one because now up 6, you're up 2 full possessions. Giving Illinois the ball down 5, they make 1 bucket. Oh, wow, about this? They got Shabazz Napier and Ray Allen in the crowd tonight. UConn faithful, strong, and Indy. Reed makes both free throws. It's a 7-point game with 2:40 to go.
Not over.
Where does Illinois go? It's been Ivisic in the second half, but Wagler's their go-to guy. They get it to Mirkovic. That's an offensive foul. Are they calling it?
Defensive.
I mean, that's a joke. That is a hook by Mirkovic.
Oh, he got him first on the reach.
Let him play, man.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think if you don't want to call the hook, cool. That is minimal contact. Mirkovic going to line. I just have a real issue with the officials tonight. Mirkovic is a 76% free throw shooter. Double bonus for Illinois, so 2 free throws. And you can't have those.
Wasn't even close.
Can't have those. Illinois has now missed 5 free throws tonight. I mean, you can't expect to go perfect, but they're 17 of 22 at the line. Those 5 misses proving costly. Down 7 with 2.5 to go. Oh, he gets the roll. I thought he missed both.
Shooter's bounce.
UConn leads by 6. 63-57. 2.5 to play. Don't have to foul. Foul trouble for UConn mounting. Silas Demery, their star point guard, 4 fouls. Solo ball, bringing it up. Not a good handler. Guard, but doesn't handle it well. Mullins to Reed. They get it to Demery now. Demery bounces it into Reed. That's their go-to player. Reed doubled. Someone's got to go help him out. Reed calls timeout. A very high IQ play from the senior Terrace Reed. Caught in no man's land late, knowing this is a big possession. Doubled in the corner. Calls the timeout, allowing Danny Hurley to script up a play with 7 on the shot clock. In a possession that I would argue, Coop, feels like what could be a dagger.
Yeah, it absolutely could be the game if UConn is able to execute out of this out of bounds. And that was a great timeout call by Reed there. He probably was in the trap for 4 seconds. If he waits another one, it's a 5-second violation, and it's going the other way. So very high IQ play there by Reed.
Up 6 with 2 to play. You get a bucket, whether to make it an 8 or 9 point lead with under 2 to play. A lot of things have to go right for Illinois to come back. So this possession is a big one. Illinois needs a stop.
Is this a baseline or a side out?
Should be side out, I believe.
I think so.
Because if you call timeout, it's not where that ball is, but maybe it's baseline. They're going to give it to the one on the baseline. Okay. They deemed that he was closer to the baseline than to the side. 724 people watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Demery, or it's solo ball inbounding to Reed. Now Mullins. Mullins gets downhill. Mullins to the rim. High arc bank shot. No. Reed's putback. No. And Illinois survives a couple good looks from the Huskies. Under 2 to play at Indianapolis. 6-point lead. UConn looking to get to their 3rd title game in 4 years. Wagler inside. Drops it to Boswell. And they reset. 4 fouls on Demery. He is attacked by Wagler. Spinning. Wagler inside. Lays it up and in. It's a 4-point game. Timeout, Illinois. And the janky back and forth action continues. Both teams, 1 timeout remaining. 4-point game. Minute and a half to go.
Do you like the timeout there after the make?
Clearly want to set up something defensively.
Yeah.
Whether it be a press, whether it be out of a 2-3 zone, which Illinois gave that look a couple times early in the first half. Underwood clearly wanting to switch something up defensively.
They have 1 remaining after this.
Yeah. See, and that's also one of those ones, Coop, where both point guards for UConn, Malachi Smith and Silas Demery, have 4 fouls. So when they're guarding Keaton Wagler, they're having a hard time balancing aggressive defense compared to not, because they know if they get too aggressive, they're done and they're out of here.
But at this point, with a minute and a half left, you've got to play defense.
But you also don't want to give them easy free throws.
No, that's true.
Where does UConn go in a possession that could put them in the driver's seat to win this game? You'd imagine they're going to try to get Terrace Reed a touch, but you know their closer. It's their 4th-year senior and multi-time champion, Alex Karaban. Illinois with the press. They get it to Karaban. They break it as Demery gets it across half court, and now UConn will kill some time. The Huskies have not made a shot in 2.5 minutes. Under 90 seconds to go. 10 on the shot clock. Demery on the wing. They get it to Reed. They got to go. Karaban, curl, pump fake, reset 3. Too strong. Rebound, Demery, kick out, ball. And the Huskies will waste some more time as we officially have a minute to play in this first Final Four game. A bucket here feels large. What a rebound by Demery. Mullins curling. 3. Could be the dagger. It goes! The true freshman strikes again! 66-59. The Illini need a bucket. Wagler, step back 3. Good! And another timeout for Illinois. The true freshman battling back-to-back triples. The Illini stay alive. Wagler with the shot of the season for the Big Ten representatives.
He finally gets one to fall. Maybe too little too late, because now you basically have to play the foul game.
43 seconds remain. Illinois now out of timeouts. UConn has one remaining.
I'll say this. They got the trap they wanted on the first one.
Yeah, and then a good pass
Hell
from
of a
Ball.
pass.
Tight roping bounce pass to Carabin. Carabin calmly gets it out to Demery, and then they work into their set. But more importantly, that offensive rebound for Demery allowed the Huskies to get another 15 seconds off the clock and get into another action where Mullins comes off of a curl and hits a big-time three. I think if you are Illinois, since you do have one more foul to give in terms of 1-and-1 compared to double bonus, I think you got to burn a foul right away.
Absolutely. Unless you don't. I mean, if you get the first trap, great. If not, you probably do have to foul right away.
So maybe you give it one opportunity to get a trap and a steal and then foul. And if you are UConn, you really want to get it into the hands of Alex Carabin. You want to get it into the hands of Silas Demery. Solo Ball, Braylon Mullins. Those are the guys. All four of those players I just mentioned, Mullins, Carabin, Ball, and Demery, all 80% free throw shooters or better. The one guy you want to avoid at all costs is Terrace Reed Jr., the center. He's 3 of 3 tonight, but shoots 59% from the line. So you got a 59% shooter and then 3 80% shooters or better for UConn at the charity stripe.
Different look here from UConn.
Yeah, UConn going with a little straight line action. Carabin inbound. He gets it into Mullins. Mullins trapped. The freshman trapped. Burn a timeout, Mullins. No, he gets it to Demery. And now Demery is fouled. Wow, UConn ran a risk there. Hurley upset that there was not a whistle. He believed Mullins got fouled as they trapped him there. Mullins, although gave me some anxiety as a casual viewer, stayed calm, kept that pivot foot, might have traveled, and is able to find the open Demery to get it across half court, and the 80% free throw shooter, the Georgia transfer, going the line for the front end of a 1-and-1. Demery did miss a front end of a 1-and-1 earlier this half. 5 points in this one. First free throw looms large to put UConn up 5. Demery, nothing but net, didn't even touch the rim. Remember, Illinois out of timeouts. If they are unable to score on this next possession, you could basically call ball game. Demery gets the roll. 6-point Husky lead. Smartly, UConn going to press and force Illinois to take more time off the clock as they bring it up. Wagler calmly crosses the timeline. Wagler, deep three over Reed. No good. Rebound, Jaden Ross. And that could do it, folks. And now Stojakovic will foul Jaden Reed. Reed going to the line. That's Ross, Jaden Ross. And now the Husky fans on their feet feeling their third trip to the national championship game in 4 years.
What a run that they're on. And what a fight Illinois put up in this one as well.
UConn led pretty much the entire game. Illinois took a brief lead for a minute and a half with about 5 to go in the first half. And then UConn finishes with a flurry to go up 8 at the break and then have led the entire second half. Charlie Villanueva, Shabazz Napier, amongst other UConn legends, witnessing their alma mater get another win on the big stage. Ross misses the second free throw. It's a 7-point UConn lead, 20 seconds. Wagler to Ermakov. No good. Ball loose. Tracked down by Davis. It goes out of bounds. It's UConn basketball. And I think that's where the dogs might be called off for Illinois.
That's going to do it.
Caravan gets it in the Reed. They foul Terrace Reed Jr. It is all trivial at this point. It is going to be 2 free throws, double bonus for Terrace Reed. Even if he misses both, Coop, with 13 seconds left, 7-point game, hard to imagine a well-coached, experienced team in UConn blowing this one.
Yeah, even if he misses both, it's pretty much over. He's 3 of 3 from the line tonight, despite being just a 59% free throw shooter this season. Make it 4 of 4 and make it the ball game.
Reed makes the first free throw. The 59% free throw shooter, Coop, is 4 of 4 tonight.
He's having a great night from the stripe. And
5 of 5. Great tournament for Reed. Little cherry on top so far with these free throw shooting late. What a year for Illinois. Brad Underwood, Wagler, deep 3, short, rebound. Ivicic dribbles it out. 4 on the clock, turns it over. Ball game. Huskies win it. 71-62. UConn will be playing for a national championship for the 3rd time in 4 years. An incredible run for Dan Hurley and the Connecticut Huskies.
Just an unbelievable, historic run that they're on at the moment. And I'll be honest, I know that they're going to go into Monday night as the underdog. It doesn't shock me in the least if they come cutting the nets down Monday
Hard
night.
to bet against Dan Hurley, man. He just always has his teams so well prepared for every moment, every situation. It's truly impressive to watch how consistent these teams are.
It really is. And look, UConn has faced a little adversity in this tournament as well, coming back down from 19. They faced a little adversity in this game after starting out hot, and Illinois came back and took the lead. You just see the experience. You see the poise just ooze through them. It starts with the head coach. It starts with Alex Caravan, and here they are once again playing on Monday night for all the marbles.
The dark side of March, Keaton Wagler in tears walking off the stage. Man, what else could you say about Wagler and his season? But on the flip side, as good as that true freshman for Illinois was, the freshman for UConn, Braylon Mullins, not only had the shot of his life to send UConn to the Final Four, beating Duke last Sunday, but had 4 triples, including a big 3 to put him up 7 with 2 to play here from the left wing. Mullins nails.
Oh, he was absolutely massive in this game. The moment certainly not too big for him, and you're seeing exactly why. He's a Danny Hurley type player, and he's getting the interview right now with CBS to show that. What a performance from the true freshman.
Yeah, what a game indeed. What a game indeed. So if you're just joining us here, we appreciate you guys. If you've been with us, we appreciate you guys. We are going to sign off. We are going to take a 20-minute break. We will be live at 8:45 Eastern Time. We will tip off Arizona, Michigan at, I believe, 8:55. 30 minutes in between. Sounds about right.
My guess is 8.
You're thinking 9 o'clock Eastern Time?
Yeah.
We'll see. Either way, we will be back live at about 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central Time for Arizona, Michigan. We're going to take an 18, 20-minute break, and we'll see you then. Appreciate everybody who watched this one. We're going to sign off, and while we end the stream, it will redirect you to the other stream, so you guys can just sit out, hang out there, and wait for us to go live, or sign out and then come back later. But for Coop Rowley, see you in a little bit for Arizona, Michigan.
Back in a bit.